What we do here is go back.
Hey there, what's going on? What's new? What's that? That's the Wolfman Jack. I am back. That is a matter of fact. What's going on, everybody? I did a very horrible impression of Wolfman Jack right there. Maybe you guys are a little bit younger than me. You don't remember or know who Wolfman Jack is. That guy, he was a DJ back in the 70s, 80s, and all. He was a really cool guy. You can also see him in the movie American Graffiti, some other movies and TV shows as well. Welcome, everybody. It is Friday. It is time for a new episode of Tuned in Live. So I want you guys to strap in, get acquainted, and get ready. Because today we got a lot to talk about. That is right. We got so much to talk about today. I don't even know if I could fit it all in one episode. But can I really do it? Yeah. That's right, guys. Yes, the Democrats are going apeshit this week. That is right, guys. This is the week we took America back. This is the week that all of us normal Americans have voted for in November. This was the result of what we voted for. Donald J. Trump is once again president. He is in the spot of president number 47. We got Biden the fuck out of there. Kamala went crying and running back to California, where the fuck she belongs. And let me tell you something. All these fucking liberals, all these people who voted for Biden, all these people who voted for Kamala, they're all crying. They're all crying. They're all going batshit insane. Because already this week, Trump has filed so many fucking, what the hell do you call them? Oh my God. He has done so much this week of unfucking the fuck-ups. He's been fixing up all the fuck-ups that Biden has introduced us in this country the last 4 years. I am fucking loving it. He's had several celebrities play at his little rally the night before the inauguration and all. And then, of course, the inauguration did take place indoors and shit. And then you got all these liberals that are like, oh, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? You afraid of a little cold? You afraid of a little snow? You can't hold it outdoors? Well, let's just see. It is too fucking cold to stand outside for anything. If you're on the East Coast, like I am, you'll know. That Monday we had a snowstorm. It was cold as shit. Big fucking cold front coming through. We're talking at night, and I work at night. We were in the teens or even single digits. Who wants to stand outside for 2 or 3 or 4 hours in that frigid fucking cold where you could be inside an arena where it's nice and warm? It was packed too. You got all these liberals that are laughing at Trump. Why are you inside? Why are you inside? Well, there's other reasons too. How many of you mentally sick fucks out there who could have popped in there and tried to assassinate the man? There's already been, 2, 3 assassination attempts on his life before the election. He's taking it safe. He's taking it safe. But y'all motherfuckers, you hate Trump so goddamn much that you would wish any kind of harm on the poor fucking man. And y'all sit there, you all praised. You fucking praised Biden for 4 fucking years. Why? Biden hasn't done shit. He ain't done jack shit but fuck this country up to the fullest with a ton of bogus shit. And one of the biggest bogus pieces of shit that the Biden administration has done 4 years ago was on that whole January 6th bullshit. Or was it 5 years? It was what, 2021? So yeah, 4 years. It was 4 years. Over 4 years ago, that whole January 6th bullshit. You know, the shit that was planned by Pelosi and the Democrats. Planned, yes. In fact, there's video proof out there. You're not going to find it. Oh no, because a lot of these media platforms that are paid off by the Biden administration and all, the shit that is flagged, remember, flagged for misinformation and disinformation. Yeah. The videos of Trump telling his rally, if you guys want to go, march peacefully down to the Capitol and let your voices be heard, but don't get violent or anything, just march peacefully. We're a peaceful crowd. And even Trump said himself, and even Pelosi said to her own daughter, who is a reporter, a journalist, or whatever the fuck she was, even Pelosi admitted, just a few years after it, she admitted, it was openly admitted, that Trump had called her, forewarned her just in case, if anything happens, he can send her, what was it, 2,000 soldiers, police officers. He was going to send them protection. And you know what? She turned it down. There was a reason that they turned it down. They planned it. A lot of those motherfuckers had attacked the Capitol. They were Democrat. All criminals. And I guarantee you they're all pardoned by Biden. And the ones that were there peacefully protesting their rights and all, they were the ones that were arrested and imprisoned for 4 years. And one of the biggest things that Donald Trump, President Trump, did when he first got in office, he pardoned those of January 6th, the ones that were falsely arrested and charged. And guess what's going on in the country right now? You got a lot of brain dead, sick, mentally ill motherfucking pieces of dog shit that are fucking damning him for it. They're asking him, why are you pardoning criminals? These people were criminals. These people attacked the Capitol. No, the fuck they didn't. They were peaceful protesters. All of them. People who have families and friends that were wrongfully imprisoned just for being a peaceful protester. They were the ones charged. Criminals got off scot-free. And yet, right before the last hours of his presidency, his so-called presidency, Biden pardoned a bunch of fucking criminals. He pardoned his family, with the exception of himself. He didn't pardon Pelosi. He didn't pardon AOC. Ho ho ho. Wonder why. He pardoned Adolf Hitler, or you all know him as Dr. Fauci. Yeah. He pardoned that sick piece of shit, too. He pardoned a lot of these fucking criminals. A lot of these people that should be sitting in prison right now. But yet people look at Trump and they condemn him for pardoning innocent bystanders that were just there to peacefully protest. Democrats don't want to see that. Democrats want your money. Democrats want control. They don't want an uprising. You uprise against them, you know what you're going to be sitting at? Probably Guantanamo Bay. Democrats don't give a damn about anybody in this country but themselves. I know. I live in the state of Maryland. What's going on in Maryland right now? We got a crooked Democratic governor, Wes Moore. This piece of donkey shit is fucking raising rates all through the roof in the state of Maryland. Passing bills that are pissing people off. Why did we vote for this motherfucker? Why is he in office? Let me backpedal a little bit here. Now, I'm all for Trump. I've always stated that on the show. I'm a big Trump supporter. I support his ideologies. I support his ideas. I support his policies. He is the only one that truly cares about this country and can bring it back to where it belongs. There was another man that was running for governor of Maryland. I already forgot his name. But he was a friend of Trump's. He was close to Trump. And let me tell you, this guy, the campaign he ran out of money. He needed to borrow money from somewhere. He was, running promotions and all kind. He was campaigning the hell out of his run. Didn't have money for it. And me, being a dumbass, thinking, well, I know this guy's for Trump and I'm for Trump. But if this guy can't handle his finances when it comes to campaigning, how are we going to trust this guy with the finances of the state of Maryland? I literally sat there and thought about that. I said it to some friends of mine and all. I was like, you know what? I would hate to even vote for a Democrat, but at this point, even though I didn't know much about Wes Moore except for he's Democrat, and all I kept thinking was, well, I just want somebody that's not going to bankrupt the state the way Biden is bankrupting this country. But now looking back on it, Maryland's fucked. Wes Moore is fucking Maryland all the hell. People are fucking pissed. Let me tell you all something. Right here in Maryland, we got our electric company, BG&E, Baltimore Gas Electric. Yeah. The rates are going through the roof. The rates are raising. They're rising. Yeah. The rates are rising for our electric. And what's Westmore going to do about it? Nothing. Can't really take it to Trump and ask Trump, hey, is there anything you can do? This is a state issue. It's not a federal issue. Our state Democratic governor deals with this shit. But I am safe to say that I did not vote for governor in this state. I didn't go to the... The only time I went to the polls was to vote for the president. That was it. I didn't vote for Westmore. And I know a lot of people sit there and say, well, if you didn't vote, your voice don't matter. Your voice don't count. You just shut up. No. That's not how shit works. That is not how shit... That is liberal talk. That's when I say, sit your liberal ass down, shut your fucking pie hole, and you listen. I didn't vote for either side, but it still gives me a right to complain about it. Because I live here, I have to fucking deal with it. Now, let's say you're liberal, and you vote for Democrat, and you don't agree with that Democratic's policies, if you don't agree with their views, you're the one that needs to shut the fuck up because you voted for this. You wanted it. You sit down and eat it. So that's how the things work. That's how things should work when it comes to elections. If I didn't vote for the motherfucker, I have a right to complain about it. I didn't vote for fucking Biden. I had every right to complain about that son of a bitch. He was a piece of shit. Kamala was a piece of shit. Pelosi's a piece of shit. AOC's a piece of shit. All of them. I don't even know who the fuck's in Congress. I don't know who's in the Senate. I don't know who's in the House. I don't know all these fucking people. But when I hear certain names and I know certain things that they're popular for, and if it's liberal based or it's far-fetched, yeah, to me they're a piece of shit. But yeah, this week we finally got America back, people. Our voices were heard, our votes were casted. Donald Trump won the election. He won the popular vote, the electoral vote. Republicans won the Senate, won the House. It was a big fucking win for Republicans. Big fucking win. Big win for Trump. All these court cases that these liberal judges, these crooked judges have had against Trump for the last 2 years, all, 70-something, 90-something charges against Trump, and Trump won every single one. The Democrats have tried everything in their power to take Trump down. They tried to assassinate him. They tried suing him. They tried accusing him of the January 6th bullshit. They did everything. They went back to the case, the hush money of that fucking porn star. And Trump won every single case. Everybody was sitting there saying, all these liberal motherfuckers, all these little retards. Oh, Trump's going to jail. He's going to prison. He's not going to be president. Where's my man at right now? Where's my man at right now, people? Sitting in the Oval Office, signing bills, making things happen. Let me tell you all something. I'd rather have a felon as my president than a brain-dead skeleton who is being force-fed false information and spreading it, accusing people of bullshit, calling us Nazis, calling us terrorists. The American people. Remember what Biden said? All that fucking disgusting shit. How about to the black voters, the black community who were for Trump? Remember what Obama said? Just let that stick in the forefront of your head, you know, in the frontal lobe of your brain. Just let that stick. Remember what Obama said? That motherfucker wasn't even running for anything. He was just there as support for Kamala. But he was using that reverse racism card against the black community because they were voting for a man who was promising to everybody equally. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever your fucking race, whatever your fucking religion. That's how bad the Democrats worked. And they're still trying. They're still trying. Even a lot of these idiots, state by state, are sitting there saying, we're not going to go with whatever Trump put in place. We're not going to go with it. Yeah? Let's see what happens. What is the first big thing that Trump did? It's working. It's what this country needs. He signed into office. All these illegal immigrants are to be deported immediately. The wall is to be finished immediately. The border is secure once again for the first time in 4 years. Hundreds of illegals self-deported themselves. About 500 to 600 illegals were detained by ICE, and they're on their way back across the border. A lot of them are criminals. Yes. We are back. We're getting the criminals out of this country. The criminals that the Biden administration allowed in this country. We are getting things done. But before I get into everything else, I want to talk about one quick thing. I completely forgot about it. One thing that Trump is looking into for a lot of you fucking people out there who cried for a week over. Literally cried. You all were told that TikTok was going to be banned in the country. Y'all scoffed, scathed. Y'all said, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Then the deadline approached. And you all were so worrisome, you know? You were all jumping ship. A lot of y'all were jumping ship over to, what is it, Red Note? That Chinese app, Red Note. Isn't that app banned also? Because it's Chinese? I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up in the Google Play Store. I want to see if it's still on there. Yeah, it's still on there. I actually downloaded it and put an account on there. But let me tell you something. Red Note is all in Chinese. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I deleted my account and got off of that. Like, the liberals, they are so desperate to keep their voices heard, they carried over to a Chinese app. Everything is written in Chinese. You can't understand the goddamn thing. So pathetic. But not only did TikTok get the axe. Oh no, not only TikTok get the axe. That video editing software CapCut. Yep, that got banned too. And then there's another another secret little app that got banned as well, and I learned it the night that TikTok got axed. And it's funny that I bring it up because I had that app downloaded. I was going to play it, but I never got around to do it. I just deleted it. And that was Marvel Snap. Oh, there was a ton of people that were pissed that Marvel Snap got the axe along with TikTok. People are like, what? Is there some kind of glitch in the system? I thought TikTok was only going to get it. Now they're shutting games down. What the fuck? Well, calm down. Let me explain to you all what happened. Now, and I was talking with my uncle, and I was talking with a few others. And we were like, what if it's possible that the government does have the power to ban certain apps and programs from certain platforms from the country because they feel? Now, I don't believe that Trump is going to do that. I don't believe it because a lot of games that people play are within America or Canada, maybe. He knows that there are a ton of gamers in this country. Children, teenagers, young adults, middle-aged adults, which is where I'm pretty much headed. Older adults play video games. What do we play? Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. I highly doubt that there will be one single Xbox system, PlayStation, or Nintendo system that's going to be hard banned from this country. I highly doubt that. Now, if we voted Kamala Harris in office and she got it, it was most likely. It probably would have been most likely. If they can get rid of TikTok, if they had that much power to get rid of an app, how much power could the government would have if Harris was in there? But let's get back to Marvel Snap. The company that created the game, along with TikTok and CapCut, is a little company known as ByteDance. ByteDance is the Chinese company where these apps originate from. So it wasn't just about them banning TikTok. They went for the company ByteDance. Now, while a lot of people were more focused on losing TikTok, nobody was really paying attention what they were saying. They were talking about getting with the parent company and have them sell TikTok to somebody in America. And they would keep it running. But no deals were made. Who's the parent company? ByteDance. So the American people, the American government cut off anything that's under ByteDance. And there were some other apps too that people were complaining about also. So let's see, what apps are under ByteDance? There was quite a few. So apps that are owned by ByteDance include TikTok, Douyin, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Jinri, Totasho, I don't know, Zigua, and Lemonade. Now, Lemonade was one big one that I heard of that was pretty big. People were using. All the apps ByteDance operate in the U.S. TikTok is facing... Now, as I'm reading this article, people, this article came out on the 16th. And, of course, this was before the inauguration. This was before the big TikTok ban. This was before all the liberals decided to shout out bloody murder. TikTok was facing an imminent ban in the United States following the Supreme Court's decision to uphold the law banning the app. There were fewer options than ever to avoid losing TikTok in the United States, unless President-elect Trump steps in or the act of Congress extends the timeline. TikTok will go dark on Sunday. Now, the apps that is owned by ByteDance, which include TikTok, TikTok Lite, TikTok Studio, TikTok Shop Seller, CapCut, Hypic, or Hypic, I guess that's how it's pronounced, Lemon 8, Marvel Snap. Here's another game, Land of Empires. Lark. What the fuck is Lark? Never heard of it. Offers a collection of business apps and services. Okay, then that's why I never heard of it. Tokopedia and Tokopedia Start. I guess that's pretty much all of them, with the exception of some of them that I read earlier. But yeah, there are 2 games that are owned by ByteDance. Well, actually, Land of Empires is owned by Newverse. Okay, operate by Newverse. Okay, Newverse is a ByteDance subsidiary. So anything that is related to or under the company ByteDance got axed. So there you have it. If you were playing Marvel Snap or Land of Empires or any of those other apps that you have, they are all under Newvance, which is a subsidiary of ByteDance, or they are just strictly under ByteDance. So it's not just TikTok that got axed that people are pissed about. It was anything under that company. Do you really think that the government's going to have the power to just shut down one app and not another? ByteDance is Chinese controlled. It's a Chinese production company. You know, they make the apps. So how do you get through to banning an app like that? You ban the company. The company makes some serious money out of all the countries around. And Trump did say, hey, unless we can strike a deal, you know, it's going to be banned. But Trump is all for TikTok. And I know people have been posting on Twitter the day of his inauguration. Well, remember when he said he was going to ban it? Remember when he said he was going to ban it? Well, the guy had a change of fucking heart. Get the fuck over yourselves. Trump sees how important TikTok really is. He's seen it for the last 2 years. He had an interview with Elon Musk over, I think, TikTok and YouTube, I think. And he saw how many viewers were watching him on TikTok, and he thought it was an amazing thing. He sees TikTok as an amazing gateway for people to interact with each other, to get content out there to each other, and entertain each other. But it's so much more than just that. It's spreading the word. And I've already said my word about TikTok as to why I'm no longer on TikTok. They automatically censor you anyway. TikTok censors the fuck out of people. Now, I will say this. Not even 24 hours after the TikTok ban, it got reinstated. Trump had them extend the ban. He had them extend the ban for 75 days until they find a buyer or they decide to sell to somebody, whatever. So ByteDance has 75 days to find a buyer for TikTok and possibly other CapCut. And you know what? There's a lot of these liberals that hated Trump so goddamn bad that they've come out on TikTok, on social media, and they sucked his fucking ass dry, thanking him. Thank you, President Trump. The government banned TikTok. Trump brought it back. Thank you, President. As they're wiping their tears away. Liberal fucking tears. God damn. You stupid motherfuckers spent 4 years lying about this man, slandering this man. believing all the slanderous bullshit that the fucking media has put out there to brainwash you with. And now Trump says, we're going to save TikTok however we can. Brings it back online. And y'all want to kiss his ass. How fucking pathetic. But there's a catch to it, though. Okay, so, see, me, I deleted my account because if they don't find a buyer for the app within the 75 days, more likely it's just going to stay banned. So why would I keep an account around for another 3 months just for it to get banned again? And two, I was getting censored anyway. Remember one of the, I think it was the Fortnite stream I did. Remember the Fortnite stream, if you guys were here to watch it? Yeah. They censored me on TikTok for that. Hateful speech. Yeah, fuck them. If they're going to sit there and censor me over every little thing I say because of who I am and how I am, I don't need TikTok. Fuck the platform. I deleted my account. I deleted the app. So now that TikTok is up and running again, it's not at full 100%. It's getting there. They're restoring it. So if you still have the app on your phone, you can watch TikTok to your heart's delight. If you deleted it, guess what? You can't get it back. They took it off the store. Your next best bet is just to watch it on a browser somewhere. They took the app off of everything. If you still have it, you can still watch it. Hell, there's fucking people out there selling their phones on eBay with the app on it for up to $10,000. I hope there's not a single motherfucker out there that is going to purchase one of those phones from eBay. Because let me tell you something. All that person's information is still going to be on that phone. They can delete phone numbers and shit like that. That phone number is going to stay the same. You can still retrieve any kind of information on that phone if you buy it. Those people be complete idiots to sell you a phone for $5,000 just for the TikTok app. But you know what's going to happen? They're going to steal your money. They're going to take your fucking money. They're not going to sell you a phone for $5,000. They're going to say they are. They're going to take your money and go with it. Or they could just send you a fucking phone that's wiped clean. No TikTok app. So let me ask you something. Who in their right mind is going to try to sell a cellular phone to some unsuspecting retard for a fucking app? If you got a computer, if you got the internet, you can pull it up on a web browser. If that's not good enough, then say fuck TikTok. You can watch videos elsewhere. You can watch them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Holy shit, you can even watch them right here on YouTube. That's right, YouTube Shorts. Has people forgotten about that? The same fucking videos that are on TikTok on fucking YouTube. Holy fucking shit! God damn! It's raining cats and dogs! Mass hysteria! God damn, people! Resorting to selling an Apple iPhone or an Android. I'll sell it to you for $2,000. TikTok still works. All you gotta do is create an account on there. Yeah. You're fucking dumb. Forrest fucking Gump wouldn't be dumb to fucking buy that shit. Y'all ever seen that movie with, what's his name, Billy Bob Thornton in it, where he plays the retard, the gas station retard, you know, where he comes out, ain't got no gas in it. He wouldn't even sit there and be like, you bought a phone for an app? You're a retard. That's exactly what I'm picturing. He would sit there and look at you with that same grin and be like, you're a fucking retard. You bought a phone for an app? You a retard, motherfucker. God damn. Fucking TikTok, man. I'll tell you what hurts me the most, though, and I could find other apps that are like it, was CapCut. I used CapCut to piece together a lot of videos. A lot of my video shorts, some of them that are right here on YouTube. But there's also the last few videos that I pieced together. I pieced it together with that app, and I did it so well. If I don't have the time to do a video at home on a computer, I could sit at work or somewhere randomly. I could be sitting in the living room watching TV or whatever. I could be sitting anywhere, and I could just sit there and edit a video peacefully. I can get it rendered faster than my PC software can. CapCut was that good. It wasn't just for TikTok videos. I could do anything with that app. I love that app. I didn't pay for it. No, I used it for free. The only thing that you pay for is a little extra shit that they offer on it. That's about it. That's all you pay for. I used it for free. You know, I didn't have no watermarks or anything. I think that's what hurt me the most was the fact that CapCut was cut from that. But it's from the same company. But let me tell you something. I did find another app that I was using recently, and it works very well. There's no watermarks or anything. Works just as well as CapCut does. Or maybe a couple ads here or there. But you know what? I'm not going to pay for something. You know, I'm not going to pay for... If it works, and it works to my advantage, and I don't need, you know, a lot of the spectacular, like, add stars to my face, add a little sparkle here or there, whatever. Nah, I don't need all that fucking bullshit. Just give me something to put videos together. So, yeah. That's what's going on with TikTok, CapCut, and all those apps that are under ByteDance. It wasn't just TikTok that was cut. It wasn't just CapCut that was cut. There's several other apps, and they're all under the company ByteDance and its subsidiary. So, just everybody relax. It's okay. Daddy Trump is home now. He's going to make things all better for you guys. He really is. And he's already showing improvements of it. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, guys. But when I get back, we are going to get right into the thick of it. Oh, yes. The liberal breakdowns, everything that everything that Trump has done to fix up the fuck up so far. That's going to be a trend, okay? During commercial break, that's going on the Twitter feed. If you guys want to follow me on X, link is down below, or you can see it right here on the screen. It's a scroll on x.com/Mike SA1ENT. Yo, what's going on? Henry Mudflaps, I know who you are, man. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, buddy. Hang around tight. Sit there. When I come back, we are going to go over the juiciness of what happened all this week. So hang tight, guys. We'll be right back.
Donuts get an insulated summer sipper filled with 32 ounces of Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. It keeps things surprisingly cool.
Sunjet, shining brighter every day, presents this season's travel forecast. Clear skies and low fares on Sunjet. Call 1-800-4SUNJET and join the thousands who are saving hundreds of dollars on airfares. On Sunjet, you can fly from New York via Newark to Orlando from just $79. New York to Tampa St. Pete for just $79. And New York to Fort Lauderdale is also just $79. Seats are limited, so call 1-800-4SUNJET to reserve yours. Sunjet, we're shining brighter every day.
Recently, Jeep engineers made an amazing discovery.
We found it.
Yeah, the perfect way to improve our four-wheel drive system.
And one discovery led to another.
Wow. Our new suspension enhancements perform great out here.
The new Jeep Grand Cherokee, Four-Wheeler Magazine's Four-Wheeler of the Year.
Amazing.
The dual airbags?
Yeah.
Obviously, our engineers didn't miss a thing.
This is about how your business can build new profit centers without bulldozing your budget. About looking bigger than you are. This is about call centers, people, and technology that can capture new customers, answer questions, and process orders 24 hours a day. And it's not just for the rich, the powerful, or the daring. Because there's a way you can get the help, hardware, software, and advanced toll-free service to create your call center. All you have to know is how. Network MCI, that's how.
Hey, you're a guy, and guys want to stay cool. How do you do it? With new Speed Stick Gel, proven to keep you drier than any other gel. It's the best gel protection. New Speed Stick Gel, just for the guys.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. I had to take a breather right there, talk for that long. Ooh-wee. 40 minutes in. First of all, I want to get a couple shout outs out there, and I know he's probably listening. First off, to one of our regular viewers, Hoyt. Hoyt is supposedly having surgery this week. To remove I think it's a kidney stone or something. He was talking to me earlier on this week about it, and he was in some pain and all, and definitely want to give a shout out to him. Hoping you're doing good, buddy. Hope you recover pretty well. Hope you listen to the show, man. Many prayers and thoughts to you. Also want to give some prayers and thoughts to a person that I follow right here on Twitter. Cat Turd. Yes. I'm not being I'm trying not to be funny about it, but the account I follow, Cat Turd. I don't know who the guy is. He's fucking awesome. He's a big Trump supporter. I like the guy. I just told him, I tweeted out to him, I said, hey, I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. Hope you listen in there. Mr. Cat Turd on Twitter. Himself, he is in the hospital as well. He just gave an update on his Twitter. He said, good news, whatever blockage he went in for, he was hoping he wasn't going to have any kind of surgery. He said his blockage is cleared. He won't require surgery. He's going to start eating broth there soon. He's in the hospital. However, he said his blood pressure was extremely high and keeps getting worse no matter what they try. He believes it's just from stress from all that stuff, and he needs to get home to Florida. It's really bad. Nothing's helping. So many prayers to the guy that everybody knows on Twitter, Cat Turd. If you guys are on Twitter and you want to check him out, go over to Twitter and follow at CatTurd2. Yes, you heard that right. At CatTurd2, CATTURD2. Follow that guy over there on Twitter. He's a really good guy. He calls himself the turd that you can't flush. He is also followed by Donald Trump posts from True Social and a few others that I follow on there. So definitely, I think old Trump knows who Cat Turd is. So if you guys want to give that guy a follow, check him out. Figure I'd do that big shout out for him over there, because he's going through some stuff over there in the hospital. Hope you get better, Mr. Cat Turd. And now, let's get into the juiciness, guys. The liberal breakdowns of this week as Trump filed a ton of executive orders his first 2 days in office. Let me just lay this out for you. Now, I already talked about TikTok and how liberals were crying about TikTok being shut down and all this and that. Now, I called it earlier this week. I was like, watch. Trump's going to bring TikTok back up, and these liberals are going to suck his fucking dick. Because there were so many people literally crying on TikTok, I just lost my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. There was even a woman who said she was going to sell her house and sell her car because she can't afford her bills. She's got to pay tuition. She's got to do this. She's got to do that. What's going on, Captain Planet over there on YouTube? What's going on there, buddy? Good to see you here. Yeah, this woman, she was going to sell her house and her cars because TikTok was shut down. That was her only source of income. Oh my fucking God. Wow. People were crying on social media. I was making hundreds of dollars a week on TikTok, and now they closed it. I can't make any more money. Oh, what am I supposed to do now? Well, let's see. What businesses are surrounding your residence? Do you have any McDonald's? Do you have any? I'm pretty sure you have some gas stations. Maybe a couple of drugstores. Maybe a couple of grocery stores. Maybe a Walmart somewhere. Have you guys thought about walking in and talking to the manager about applying for a job? Oh my God. That would give today's 20-year-old a fucking heart attack. How many liberals had heart attacks this week knowing, hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Oh God, the government, they shut down TikTok. Oh God, I can hear it now. I really can hear it now. I just gotta find it for you guys to pull it up. It's so fucking hilarious. Just listen. Here's the sound of every liberal this week.
You went and did it. I might need that money tonight. I've never had pains like this before. Oh, this is the worst one I ever had, son. Oh, it's the worst one. This is a big one. I'm dying. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Oh.
that is the sound of every liberal this week as TikTok was banned Sunday night. I fucking hate TikTok. I wanted it to stay down. Yeah, I know. That is a fucking turd that won't flush right there. People need to learn to save and invest their money when they're young. Yeah, that's the problem. There is a lot of these young adults that graduated high school and attending college, they have no financial experience or knowledge when it comes to that kind of thing. They don't know how to finance their money. It's almost like, did they take these classes out of school so you can't learn them? Like, Jesus Christ, I took a finance class my senior year. I remember my teacher. What was his name? It was either Mr. Bukowski or Mr. Apelt. I forgot. They both looked alike. You know, they were different, but they were both heavyset guys with glasses. I think it was Mr. Apelt. I can't remember. But I took a class on finances, you know, where we learned about how to manage your money, how to manage credit cards, the goods and the bads of credit cards, bank loans, checks. We learned about all that fucking shit. Did they take these classes out of high school and college? Do these kids not know how to manage money? Do they not know what the value of a dollar is? These are the same motherfuckers that sit there and say, yes, give Ukraine all this money. They need money to buy weapons to fight Russia. Meanwhile, back here in the States, we're going bankrupt. The value of the dollar is diminishing. We are trillions of dollars in debt thanks to the Biden administration sending our money over to the fucking Ukraine. You know, I say fuck the Ukraine. May they fucking burn! I hate Zoomers with a passion. They waste money to go to school. They still don't know nothing. They are just literally retired. Exactly, Captain Planet. Look at my man, Charlie Kirk. He goes campus to campus to campus. And he puts up these little rallies. And he invites people to speak with him. And it's funny that 99% of these people he talks to at these colleges, they're all retarded. They have no knowledge of anything. No knowledge of nothing. Yeah, give Ukraine and your lovely rulers, Israel, our money. Yep. That was their goal. It's fucking sad. Ask this retards anything they are. Yes! And I just love watching the videos with Charlie just shutting them down. Just proving their points wrong. Making them cry about it. Like, they just sit there and smirk about it like, yeah, okay, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Okay. What are you learning in college? They're not learning anything. Charlie Kirk would ask him, okay, did you ever hear of this author such and such? Did you hear of such and such? Did you hear about this person? Did you hear of this person? Well, those people are talking about the same thing that you bring up. Yeah, it's not just Charlie, it's normal people that ask him. Yeah, it is. I love watching them. Who was that? God, I forgot her name. That nice black conservative woman that does rallies too. What the fuck was her name? Because let me tell you something, I would vote for her too. If she ran for like president in 2028, I would definitely. I've already said it. I forgot what her name was. Damn it. I was watching her. Oh, there's Nick Surly. Yeah. What was her fucking name though? God, I'm 39 years old. I think fucking not Parkinson's. I think Alzheimer's is starting to hit me. That or dementia. I'm starting to forget shit. God damn it. But let's just say, with her, when everybody was talking about, well, we need a change. We want a woman president. Okay, you want a woman president? I want a woman president with strong policies, opinions, knowledge for what they want to do for the country. Yeah, they got Biden's. Yeah, I got Biden's brains. Yeah, I think they are rubbing off on me there. Oh shit. If a woman's going to run for president, I want her to have the same ideologies, the same policies, the same thought plan as somebody like Trump does. I don't mind if a woman runs. I don't mind. As long as there's somebody that's not like Hillary or Kamala. If they're Republican, a smart Republican, somebody with a good head on their shoulders, I would vote for him in 2028. No doubt. Because sadly, we're not going to be able to vote. No, not Tulsi. I forgot what her fucking name was. God damn. Who is the black Republican speaker? God, what the fuck was her name? I don't think she was Republican though. What the fuck was her name? God damn it! She's up there with Charlie Kirk and oh god, what the hell is this? I am so fucking brain farted right now, man. Like, would you be willing to vote for somebody like Tulsi though? I don't think I know who Tulsi is. I would have to look her up or look them up. Like, I don't follow a whole bunch of things like that. Yeah, it's just impossible for a woman to be president. Women will always let their emotions run over common sense. Yeah. And if I know that's always the case, yes. I'm sorry to women out there that listen in, but yeah, women they have strong emotions. Women do have strong emotions. Yeah, Tulsi is a hero to America. Okay, yeah, I'll have to look them up too and research them too, yeah. But yeah, women do have strong emotions. Sometimes women do let their emotions get to the best of them, but as long as we have a strong female candidate that doesn't let their emotions get the best of them and just pushes through, with what they believe in, what their strong, ideology is, then yeah, I'll vote for them. I will. Who is the black woman who speaks at? She's on Trump administration. Oh, okay. I have to look more into that. Yeah, because I don't even know who all's on the Trump administrations with rallies with Charlie Kirk. I'll know the name here in a second. At least I hope I will. At least I hope I fucking see her. God damn, what the hell was her name? Candace Owens. How do I not remember her name? Candace Owens. That's what I was talking about. Candace Owens, beautiful woman, beautiful speaker. Like I've seen her at rallies. She's shut down. Oh, she is on Trump. Okay, good, yeah. Or that might be Tulsi. I'm thinking of. Okay, Candace Owens. That's who I'm thinking about. And she has good, strong opinion. She is an American political commentator and pundit. And she is mostly described as conservative or far right. This is somebody I would prefer. She's got strong. Yeah, Candace. Oh, she scares me. I like her, but she scares me. That's what I like. She almost kind of reminds me of Trump in a way. Like her the way she speaks, the way she gives herself at these rallies. Like there were some of these pro-LGBT retards in the rally, talking about this and that. I forgot what the question was, and then she was like, cry a tear or something like that. I forgot what she said, but she was straight and to the point with it. She shut that person down, and the whole audience just applauded her. Didn't the Daily Wire turn on her? They probably did. I don't remember. I do know there was something recently with her that somebody didn't like about her. Like I forgot what it was. I think she had a tiff with what's his name? Not Charlie Kirk, but what the fuck? The Jewish guy. What the fuck was his name? God, I don't even remember what the hell his name was. But he's another guy that I follow too. But yeah, there was something recently. Yeah, you did. And I just brought that up. There was something recently where somebody turned on her or something. I forgot what it was. I think it's something she said or something they said. I forgot what it was. I had to look more into it later on. But yeah, I will say, like with her thoughts, with her views on things, I will say, if she doesn't let her emotions get strongly impacted in there the way Kamala Harris did. If she just goes straight forward on that train of thought, if she keeps up with her ideologies, the way she runs things, I think she would make a good candidate for 2028. I really do think Candace Owens would make a good candidate if she would run. I would definitely vote for her. And I know everybody would love to vote for Trump again, but sadly, Trump will not be running in 2028 because he's already ran another term. This is his second term. I'm gay, but first time voted for Trump and was excited by all my gay friends in the LGBT. Only a few gay friends voted for Trump with me. And here's the thing with that too. There's a lot of gay people out there with a good head on their shoulders. And they know what everything's... They know what the whole thing's about. They know what's going on. They're not stupid. They know that Trump is not a fascist. They know he's not a racist. Trump is for the gay community. Now, when it comes to LGBT, I have said it here before. I don't know how long you've been watching the show, Captain Planet. I am not against the gay community. I support the gay community. I do not support the propaganda agenda that is ran by the LGBT. And a lot of it is, Democratic based, the whole transgender shit where they want to force, mutilation on children. They want children at the age of 5 years old to identify as an opposite sex. they're the ones that, you know, will sit there and say, well, you can't identify your baby's gender at birth. You know, you don't know what they truly are. You know, all that dumb shit. All that retarded shit. I've even told people, I'm pretty sure there's about 96% of gay people out there, gay men and women out there, that look at all these others in the LGBT and be like, you all are retarded as fuck. You all give us a bad fucking name and a bad image. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of gay people feel. Yeah, there's a whole movement with guys trying to force operations on kids as well. Yeah. Like, take a look at this. Gays hate trans. Yeah. To me, transgenderism is a state of mental illness. It's mental illness. There's transsexual, which is, you know, sorry, I'm gay. Yeah, it's all right. There's transsexual, you know, or transvestite, as you want to call them, you know, men born with female genitals or body parts or whatever, organs, or women born with male genitalia, you know? Chicks with dicks, as we call them, growing up, you know, that kind of thing. That's the only thing that, when it comes to genderism, should be the only thing that's trans. Transvestite, transsexual, whatever. When they started doing this whole transgenderism within the last, 5-10 fucking years, it's gotten so out of hand. You got people out there that are identifying as microwaves and refrigerators, and they got like 10 different genders in them, and they're like, well, Monday I identify as a wall, Tuesday I identify as a lawnmower, Wednesday I split between 2 different genders, Thursday I might be a piece of grass, and Friday, I could be a cat. So Fridays, that's my furry day. Oh my god. Fucking kids in schools that are identifying as furries. That whole, don't even get me started with that whole fucking bullshit. Where, you know, kids want fucking litter boxes in the bathrooms and shit. God damn, if my daughter started doing that, I'll fucking punish her and slap her upside the head. I grew up with trans, but they know they was men. Now, this crap's gotten worse during the pandemic when kids were bored and go online. Exactly. Because of the pandemic. The kids had nothing. They had nowhere to go. They couldn't go outside and physically hang with their friends. They can't go to schools. So, what are they open to? The internet. The internet where everybody goes to. And that's where they spread all this propaganda on the internet. You got kids that are watching YouTube, watching TikTok videos. TikTok is the worst. TikTok is the fucking worst. That's where a lot of the propaganda goes. Actually, furries have been around since the old days. I remember kids acting like, oh yeah. Well, I would say like role-playing, that kind of thing, you know, barking like a dog and shit like that. Then, of course, you got that stuff that is like bestiality or whatever, you know. It's like BDSM. It's like, bark like a dog for me. Woof, woof. Yeah, smack your ass. That kind of thing. Yeah, that is true. But it's like today, kids, it's almost like it evolved into a new form of mental illness. Where they're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Is there an open litter box in there? Like, oh my fucking God. Jeez, people call Trump homophobic. He's actually one of the most pro. Yes, he is the most pro-gay president they had. But here's the thing with that: he was never anti-gay. He was never racist before he ran for president in 2016. When he started running 2016 for Republican, that's when he was homophobic. That's when he was racist. He was a fascist. He was a bigot. He was this. He was that. He was everything in the fucking book. People look over the fact that he was all for, you know, he was buddies with fucking Reverend Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Oprah Winfrey, all them big motherfuckers back in the 80s and the 90s. They were all fucking like, Trump was like the biggest gangster in the whole fucking group there. What happened? He ran for president in 2016. Republican president. And since then, he's been one of the most hated motherfuckers in this country by the Liberal Party. Yeah, he's the most pro-gay president, gay marriage, not be X. Yeah. Exactly. He's all for the gay community. And you got the whole, the guy is borderline 90s Democrat. Yeah. This poor guy, he does so much for everybody. Everybody. And there's a lot of people that are brainwashed and bastardized by the media over this shit. He used to be Democrat, yeah. That's probably why they liked him. That is probably why they liked him. He was probably, he was Democrat. That's got to be why, yeah. And then he switched to Republican, and it's like, nope, you're racist. You're racist. Oh, really? Who was behind the KKK? Who was behind slavery for the most part? Who wanted slavery to be a thing, to continue to be a thing? But you got Abraham Lincoln, who was a Republican president who freed slaves and ended the war. Yeah. Why was Lincoln assassinated? I wonder. Democrats have been racist for, Christ, what, 200-300 years of their existence, of their being in this country? Democrats are the most hateful and racist party out there. And it's a funny game of back and forth. It really is. Republicans and Democrats. Now, I will say this. Not all Democrats are bad and not all Republicans are good. I always said that. Democrats wrote the 1994 crime bill. Yeah, I remember that. See, not all Democrats are bad. There's a lot of good old school Democrats. Look at Robert Kennedy Jr. right now, RFK. Old school Democrat. This guy flatly said that he did not like Trump. He was running independent. He wasn't running Democrat. He wasn't running Republican. Yeah, there weren't parties until Lincoln started the Republican Party and the vice president made a Democrat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All around that time, that's when it started. But yeah. Oh, God, what was I fucking saying? Oh, shit. Yeah, RFK is the man. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Thank you, RFK. Yeah. This guy, he knew what the fucking score was. He wasn't going to get a presidential vote, but you know what? RFK stood his ground with Trump. RFK, he now has a good position where he's at. Trump made sure of that. He knew that Biden was a fucking dimwit. He knew Kamala was a dimwit. RFK is good where he's at. That's why I respect him. He's old school Democrat. That's a guy that likes to get shit done. And I will say, speaking of Robert Kennedy, one thing I will bring up right now, it's one thing that Trump had signed in. Maha, baby. Yes, Maha. One thing that Trump signed in. I don't know if you caught up with it. I don't know if you've read up on it or seen it. Yes, Trump signed the executive order to release the files of the JFK assassination, Bobby Kennedy assassination, and MLK assassination. Don't know when they're going to be released, but he signed the executive order to release those documents. And when those documents release, you can guarantee I will be talking about it right here on the show. Even if it's this morning. If I happen to go through Twitter and see, holy shit, breaking news. Yeah, it's going to come out in 15 days. And you know what? Within that 15 days, you're going to see a special episode of Tune In Live right here. I'm going to talk about that shit. I want to know what the truth was behind JFK. I want to know what happened, who was responsible for Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy. Especially JFK, because let me tell you something. Those files should have been out within the last 10 years. Biden had a chance to release those files. He didn't think it was important. He didn't release them. Why? Because they know, and I guarantee you, there is something dirty that involves maybe the CIA, the Democrats themselves, maybe the FBI. I guarantee you that Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't the shooter. I bet you right now that Oswald was not the shooter. He was just their ace in the hole. He was a pawn. I guarantee it. Yes, Trump has done more in the first week than Biden done in his full term. Yes. Yep, Lee was the fall guy. He was. He was. I don't know if you've seen that movie JFK with Kevin Costner. That was a damn good movie. A little long for me, but 3.5 hours long. But it was a good movie. It really was. The Men in the Grassy Knoll, all these other, who did it, who was this, who was that person, I believe that Lee Harvey was the fall guy. And we believed this lie for, God, when did Kennedy die? 65, 66, somewhere around there. He's been dead for, 60 years? Close to, about 60, 62, 63 years, something like that. Yeah, it's about 60 years. Damn, 60 years. That's a long time. 60 years later, we're going to find out exactly what happened to JFK. And I love Trump for that. He is the man. He wants to know what's going on. People want to know what's going on. But I would love to get into some of this right now. I'm going to play this video for you guys. And this goes back to what I was talking about with TikTok, with people, they were starting to suck on Trump's taint because of TikTok. He restored TikTok. And I called it. Charlie Kirk shared this out on the 19th, and I retweeted it. Liberals will be like, well, do we need to know everything? Like, yes, we do know. We do need to know. This shit should not be secretive anymore. This should not be secretive. The American people deserve to know what happened. You didn't know a lot about Ronald Reagan until seeing that new movie last year with Dennis Quaid, Reagan. I learned a lot about him. Yeah, I was meant to watch that. I still got to watch that because I do have respect for Dennis Quaid as well. Dennis Quaid, good actor. I think he's Republican or conservative, whatever he is. I do respect him. So he's definitely a Trump supporter within himself. I do respect him for that. So Charlie Kirk shared this out on the 19th. He said, TikToker James Charles reacts to TikTok going dark. And I'm going to play this because this is hilarious.
Keep it real. I am crashing the fuck out right now. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. I've already opened and closed the app probably 6 times already just to keep getting the same stupid warning message. Oh my God. Like, this just this is so dystopian. First of all, I feel pathetic that I am freaking out like this over an application being unavailable on my phone. But also, like, this has been a massive part of our lives for the last 6 years. And normally when something happens, I would get on TikTok and start complaining, and I can't even do that. I feel like disconnected. I feel cut off from the world and my community. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. God, and I can't, like, now I'm rooting for Trump? Ew! God, like, make America fucking great again, I guess. God. I gotta keep it
wow.
real.
How do you like that? I like Jimmy Carter's a Christian man, did so in his good life, but just not as good for a very good president. Yeah. See, that's what I hear. I didn't know a whole lot about Jimmy Carter. I didn't know a whole lot about him. All I know is I've heard that he was a terrible president with what he did. And I heard he was a good Christian man. I heard he was a good man at heart. But when it came to being president, I guess Democratic president, he wasn't that great. And I guess that's why Kamala and Biden admired him so fucking much. Yep. I guess that's why they admired him so much. At least Carter died knowing that he's no longer the worst president ever. Yes. Oh, what is this? Lee Harvey Oswald is trending on Twitter, huh? Let's see. Documentary. Okay, so right now, as of 48 seconds ago, hold on. I think we have some breaking news here, people. Or this may be speculation. I'm going to be reading up on this. This is on Twitter right now. So, what if the JFK files are released and say that Lee Harvey Oswald was acting alone? Would you believe it? There is a film that is going around right now, and it's a video that is shot from an angle. I'm watching it right now. Let me see if I can... I have no idea if I can pull it up here. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Nope, that is me right there. Let's see. Nope, that is still me. I'm going to try something, guys. Hold on. Let me do a window capture here. Oswald, here we go. Okay. I'm going to readjust this for you guys. This is the video that's going around right now on social media. This is an angle from the car. This is right before Kennedy was shot. Now, I don't know how true this is. I want y'all to pay attention to the driver right here. A little blurry. But it's possible that he had turned around at that moment and he had a gun in his left hand and he made a shot. Now, is it possible that the driver could have been responsible for shooting JFK? That may come out in the files. Whoever the driver was. You never noticed that? I never noticed that either. I don't know where they got that angle. It's possible. Another person said, who shot JFK? The man in the front or Lee Harvey Oswald? You've never seen it this clearly, correct? Yeah, that is wild. The angle of it. Because let me tell you something. About a year or so ago, when we were talking about this, people have been talking about the possibility of the driver or somebody in the front seat doing it. And it's like, you don't really see a gun. But with it being zoomed in that close, and I could definitely see something in his left hand. But from the hip, he would have had to have damn good accuracy to make a headshot from where that gun sat. I always said I believe more. What's up, Jeff? Pop it in. I'm at work. Catch you later, man. All right, thanks for stopping by, man. Hey, check out Twitter, man. I'm gonna share this on Twitter. Check it out. I'm gonna probably tag you in it. We'll see if I can't find you. Yeah, check out this video, Jeff. It's clear. It's possible that maybe the driver in that car shot JFK. We don't know. It's possible. But check that video out whenever you can, man. Another person said, every single person knows Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy. Releasing redacted files means absolutely nothing. They're all dead. Oh, she's talking about the Epstein. We'll get to the Epstein later. We'll get to Epstein, whatever. Let's see. Breaking news 23 minutes ago. Declassified documents reveal that Lee Harvey Oswald was a secret double agent for both the Mafia and the CIA. Leaked evidence suggests that he was not the lone gunman, but part of a coordinated hit on JFK. The plot thickens on every page. Yeah, there was one point of them thinking up to 4 shooters. Now, I've already said what I said about Alex Jones being far-fetched. This is who is sharing this information right here, is Alex Jones. So I don't know if he's 100% believable, but it's always a possibility, like he says. Oswald could have been a secret double agent working for the CIA or the Mafia. So even if he was a gunman who took the fall, there was more to this. Another person said, was Lee Harvey Oswald framed? Hopefully get the truth here soon. Alex Jones has been right many times. Yeah, he has been. That's when somebody turned me on to Alex Jones. Now, he is pretty far-fetched for some things. He is. But I will say there has been things that I've seen from him that are like, yeah, it's believable. It's possibly believable. The only account that I see claiming the JFK files will show us nothing. Okay. I don't know what that is. Alright, so let's see. 33rd degree Freemason Abraham Zapruder supposedly shot the famous video. Nothing happened to JFK. All 4, JFK, Lee Harvey Oswald, Jack Ruby, and then eventually Abraham Zapruder, all died or were pronounced dead at Parkland Hospital, Dallas. The hospitals are Luciferian operations. It's interesting. The filmmaker who videotaped that little video that you all just watched mysteriously died in that hospital, huh? That is interesting. Yeah, they wanted to kill JFK because, yep, that's exactly what it was. That is exactly what it was. It was all over Cuba. The CIA, they wanted to set his ass up. Okay, 15 hours ago, yes, JFK files were released. Lee Harvey Oswald was framed for the JFK assassination, and he knew the attacker by both name and alias. Really now? So this document that I'm looking... Okay. And then, of course, you got the fact checkers on X. They're like, it's fake. Here's the original. Here's the original what? Here's the original what? Archives.gov. There's no document on there. Oh, there is a document. Okay. I just saw that document a little bit ago. Let me pull that up. Yeah, they want Russia and Cuba to invade America, but JFK saved us from World War III. Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's why his ass got assassinated. He was targeted by the CIA. They were going to use the Mafia to take his ass out and shit. Oh, I can't clearly play the... Okay, so... Alright, so now... You got that trending all over there on Twitter. I want to see what this is real quick. Order 66. Why is a Star Wars thing being fucking trending on here? Probably just something stupid. Order 66 is a Star Wars thing. Donald Trump just signed executive order to execute Order 66. I wish he fucking would. So yeah, I guess we will find out more about JFK in the whole case in the coming days. And you guys will definitely hear about it right here on Tune In Live. I think the Mafia wanted him gone over Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. Yeah, he had his affair with Marilyn Monroe as well. Yes, he did. Everything is starting to come together. So, with that being said, let me scroll back down here to some things. I just thought that was very interesting. I was sitting here reading something off of Twitter, and I see Lee Harvey Oswald trending, and I'm like, hold on. Maybe the files are out. Maybe the files are available. We shall see, you know. But it is possible. You guys saw the video, so the video is a piece of proof of something that might have happened. So let's see what all has happened this week. There's a lot of shit that has happened. I have tweeted out a lot of shit. Oh my fucking god. We have the TikTok shit. Here we go. Back to where I was at. Oh god, we gotta get so much in here. So much in here. And we already talked about TikTok. There's no need to talk about anything else TikTok wise. Oh, here is another thing that I do want to talk about. So, I mentioned earlier about Trump's rally, pre-inauguration rally. He had some music artists perform for him. One of the big ones to me was Kid Rock. Kid Rock, all-American boy right there. That's an all-American boy right there. I like Kid Rock. You know, the whole rap rock country thing, you know, that's a good all-American boy right there. Pro-America, pro-Trump, love him. He going to perform what was it, Ba with the Ba, during the inauguration. That was fucking awesome. But there was other people there that were performing. I think one of the other ones was, who was it? Was it Carrie Underwood? I forgot who it was. Yeah, leftist meltdown over Trump, bring war to Hollywood, yeah. What's her name? Was it Carrie Underwood? I can't remember who it was. Where her mic cut out and she went a cappella on the American anthem, I think it was. And she did a beautiful job on it. So it's like, I guess somebody tried to cut out her microphone and she said, nope, fuck it, I'm going to do this, you know? And I had friends on Facebook that were like, that shit was beautiful. That was Carrie Underwood. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, Carrie Underwood. Her mic cut out and she went a cappella. She sang that shit regardless and all, and she did it, you know, proudly. It was beautiful. But there was another person that was supposed to, I think they already, I didn't watch the entire thing. I really didn't. I didn't know. I know right after Trump spoke, I know the original members of the Village People popped up on stage to do YMCA, because that's his song. YMCA is his song. He does it every time, that dance. I wish I could do that dance. You know, I'm gonna learn to do that dance. I'm gonna start fucking doing it around the house. You know, the Trump dance. And I was like, play the YMCA. You had the Village People, the originals, up on stage with Trump. Yeah, there were so many celebrities at the ball. Yeah, one of them that I have mad respect for now also is Nelly. Rapper Nelly. I grew up listening to Nelly, you know, Country Grammar, all that shit, you know. And there was so much backlash from, you know, I guess from the black community or whatever, to say, oh, you know, Nelly, yeah, Jeff Bezos was even there too. Yep. I heard Snoop Dogg was there, even though Snoop Dogg was strongly against Trump, but I guess he changed his mind after everything. So yeah, Snoop Dogg was there. Nelly was there. There was a lot of backlash over Nelly, but he responded to it in an intelligent way, and I like it. He said, I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever's in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever's in office, I could damn sure perform for whoever's in office. I would ask critics to show me where he is a white supremacist. That last statement from a black music artist. He asked these motherfuckers, I want to ask you to show me where he's a white supremacist. I guarantee that shut everybody the fuck up right there, man. for people like him and Snoop Dogg to speak proudly for Trump, the left is all crumbling in tears this week. It is amazing. In fact, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and give you all this little tidbit. I don't know if you saw this on the news. CNN just laid off 200 employees. Communist News Network laid off 200 employees within the last couple days. That is the funniest shit that I have ever shared on Twitter. I gotta find it. I shared it somewhere on Twitter. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. Let me see here. Where did I share it at? Oh my god, I shared it sometime recently. Let's see, where is it at here? I know it's here somewhere, but yeah, CNN is supposed to lay off up to 2,000 people, I think it is. Oh, here it is, yeah. Plans on laying off hundreds of employees this week. I love the Trump family. I can even watch Kai Trump YouTube. She had the whole blog about the ball. I gotta check that out, man. Yeah. But yeah, the Communist News Network, they are reportedly going to lay off hundreds of employees this week. Bye-bye, CNN. The biggest names in liberal bullshit. Fake news network. The next one should be MSNBC, ABC, all of them. Even the fucking View. Let's see. Kai Trump can really cook good. I heard about that. I heard he can cook. I heard he was a real good cook. I gotta check those videos out too. I might check that out sometime after the stream today. But yeah, CNN just lost a lot of employees today. And guess what? To y'all who worked at CNN, hey, Walmart's hiring. They need somebody for stock and front end cashiering. Yeah. Oh, Kai is a chick. Oh, okay. It just shows that I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't follow a whole lot. That's why. Yeah. I figured Kai was a man. I don't know. I don't follow a whole. I only follow certain things, you know. But yeah, that just shows that I really don't follow a whole lot though. There's another thing. There were some more people that were laid off this week, too. Yes. Employees that were employed under the DEI bullshit. Yes. Diverse, equality, whatever. That whole racist movement, DEI. Yeah. Have you seen a Twitter where Republicans proposed a resolution creating a plan for the path to turn? I don't know if they can do that, though. I mean, it depends on what the Constitution says. I know it's been written law that only a person can run 2 terms. I don't know if they can run 3 terms. Oh, she is president. She's Trump's oldest granddaughter. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check her out. Yeah, I don't know if that could be proposed. I really don't know. It depends on the Constitution and how it's written and how everything is placed in there. You know, it would be nice if Trump can get a 3rd term. 2 terms is the best way. No 3rd term. Yeah. Yeah, there ain't gonna be no 3rd term for it. If they end up running a 3rd term, then imagine if a Democrat gets voted into office in 2028. And ends up running for 3 terms. Just imagine. Imagine if Obama was able to come back and run for a 3rd term. Like, nobody wants it. Obama was just as bad as Biden. 1990, like some judges stopped, ordered arches, babbies to go. Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't think they'll ever look into that, though. But yeah, I will say that whole shit with the DEI. Yeah. Trump is disbanding them motherfuckers too. Yes. Yes. They are racist as fuck right there. Racist. We don't tolerate racism in this country. The Democrats, oh, they're all for racism. But guess what? It's about to be abolished. So let's see. We talked about Nelly. What else do we have here? Here we go. I shared a picture on Twitter of... Okay, this is from LD Basler. DEI is so racist. Yes, they are. I'm so glad that Trump focused on them too. So I shared a photo from LD Basler on Twitter. It's a picture of two lesbian women, and they're supporting Trump. This one woman's wearing a red "Trump is my president" shirt, and she's holding a sign. These are two lesbian women. She's holding a sign that says, "These married lesbians voted for Trump. We're gay, not stupid." That is a smart fucking picture right there. That is a smart fucking picture. That just proves to people Trump's not homophobic. People who are considered MAGAs, we're not homophobic. We're not racist. Trump supports the gay community. This is something that we need to see more of. The media will never show it. And right now, we're sharing the fuck out of it. Now, here we go with this. I want to share this to you guys now. Remember that little cunt AOC? Oh, Trump needs to make an order where men dress up as women is not allowed in women's... Well, I know he signed an order where they're not allowed in women's sports and all that, this and that. I don't know about the bathrooms and all. I think if a man wants to dress as a woman, here's my opinion on it. If a man wants to dress as a woman, do it in the luxury of your own house. Don't go out in fucking public and doing that. Especially showing certain explicit displays. I'll tell you a little story here. So, I live just south of Baltimore, Maryland. We got this guy. You can look him up, Captain Planet. You'll probably like this guy. He's something else. But I know the guy personally. You know, he's a good man. His name is Dale. And he goes by this persona, Brittany Girl Dale. He has a YouTube channel. You can look him up afterward. Brittany Girl Dale. And the story behind it is he is gay by force. And he's told his story in a documentary. Somebody filmed a documentary and has it up on YouTube. And he told the story. He was molested and raped by his uncle. And I think it was his stepdad or his real dad when he was young. And it affected him tragically to where he was committed to the Shepherd Pratt mental hospital a couple times in the past. He was very suicidal. He'd done it as a teenager, dressed up as a woman, but never went in a women's bathroom. I was in a gay... Oh, there you go. Shit, I mean, that's you. You do you. You know, as long as you're not bothering anybody else, you know, in a certain way, then you be you, you know? But yeah, this guy Dale, look him up. Brittany Girl Dale. He was molested and raped young. He was committed a couple times to a mental hospital. He's good now. He still suffers from great depression and stuff. He was suicidal back in the day. You wouldn't do that now at 34. Oh, okay. Let me tell you about this guy. He's 50 or I think he's in his 50s. He's in his 40s or his 50s. Gay guy. And he has this persona where he's either Madonna, Britney Spears, Kesha, any popular pop artist from the 80s on up. He started as Madonna Girl Dale. Then when Britney Spears was big, he was Britney Girl Dale. He was Kesha and such. Let me tell you about this guy. He is very well choreographed. His choreography that he learns is spot on. You would think this guy was, you know, posing as a fucking stripper. He's done videos where he's in women's clothing, Now, we'll say his act is very risque, and I don't agree with him doing it in public in front of kids. Like, he's been in public with the push-up bras, the plastic tits. He's in underwear. There's a couple times where he's been in wedding gowns and shit out in public. But around here, everybody knows him. He's harmless. But me, I wouldn't want him to be around kids, you know, because, I mean, after all, you know, like right now, kids are being brainwashed into watching that propaganda in public. You know, these LGBT parades where you got all these men that are like almost completely naked, but yet a lot of these states want to ban pornography. They don't want kids watching pornography. Like, get that. People they don't want your kids watching Pornhub down in Florida, right? They want kids off of Pornhub, but yet you're going to have to sit there and watch a parade of gay men and the LGBT parade wearing fucking, you know, dildos and bondage and all kind of shit. Like, I don't want my kids watching that. You know, yeah, they're very easily influenced. I feel like there's a time and place for certain things. If a gay man wants to dress in bondage, do it somewhere where it's not around kids, you know? Like, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but like I said, there's a time and place for things, you know? If a gay couple wants to dress up in bondage and do their thing in the privacy of their own home, that's them. I'm not going to judge them. You know, don't do it out in public where people are like, yeah, that's not supposed to be out here. But this guy, Dale, you know, he did it a lot. Police didn't want to touch him. They didn't want to sit there and say, okay, you can't do that, you know, because they didn't want to face discrimination against him being a gay guy, which is, you know, it's cool. You know, everybody knows. But the guy's harmless. He is. I understand where he's coming from. He dresses up as these pop stars as a getaway from his pain. Yep, some of them are naked. I've been around plenty of parades. I hate Gay Month, Pride Month. I know that I'm gay. I don't need it. You know what? You are the first normal gay guy I had in my chat to say that. And I've always said that. I know there's gay men and women out there that say, we don't need a month to celebrate us being gay. We're gay. We're accepted by society. We don't need to flaunt it. We don't need to go up to somebody and say, hey, I'm gay. You need to celebrate this month for me. Like, no. I understand you're gay. I don't care you're gay. That's cool. That's you. If you're gay and we're sitting right here and I got 2 beers, I'm going to sit there and say, hey, let's have a beer together. Let's just shoot the shit, have a good conversation. That's it. I don't need to sit here and have somebody parade me and be like, hey, it's Gay Pride Month. You know what that means? Like, okay, I don't fucking care. It's June, you know? But I'm glad to have you here as a viewer and follower and all, you know. I'm glad, you know. I don't like the ones that make it like every aspect of their life. Yeah, exactly. You know, I can almost hear every normal gay man and woman in this country being like, why can't we just leave us alone? Like, we don't want this. We don't want to be bastardized into the media as like, hey, they owe us something. Like, no, they don't owe us anything. Just, you know, as long as you're respectful, you know, and that's all you guys deserve is respect. Gay men and women, that's all you need is respect from every other person in this country. That is the most that you could probably ask for, is the respect. I mean, does somebody have to like you? Does somebody have to hate you? I mean, that's their personal right. You know, you're just a man trying to serve America. Yeah, exactly. You know, you shouldn't be about dressing up in rainbows every single day and say, hey, I'm gay, I'm waving the flag. It shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be. You're a gay man in America. You're proud of who you are. You're happy with who you are. That's where you stand. And that's respectable. And from me, I respect that. I respect you as a gay person. I respect you as a gay man. You're in my chat. You're having fun. We're having conversations. It's on a live show. You know, that is what being a normal human being is all about. It's not about parading around and needing, you know, a big flag on my shoulder to say, hey, notice me, notice me. Yeah. The only flags in my house are the Betsy Ross flag and the Trump flag. Hey, there you go, man. But yeah, like I said, check out Brittany Girldale. I mean, I think you'll get a kick out of him. The way he dances, let me tell you something. If you've watched acts like Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears or any of them, if you've ever watched them dance in any of their music videos or on stage, that's how Dale dances. He does it very well. Like, he really studies their dances. He dances out in public. He dances in the privacy of his own home. He's done a lot of videos. He's a good guy. I've talked to him in the getup. I've talked to him dressed as a normal man. But he's good. Yeah, don't tread on free flag. Have that one too. Nice, man. But yeah, that guy Dale, he's a really nice guy. Right now, he lives in North Carolina. He's got a fan base down in North Carolina. He's living a happy life down there. You know, I'm happy for him. I really am. You know, the dude, he's lived a good life. He is. You know, he's had a sad and tragic bringing up. You know, the poor guy. I really feel for him. But like I was saying, he does the whole get up, dressing up in drag, because it helps him feel better about himself. He feels like a completely different person. And he said this in the documentary. He feels like a completely different person. He's not Dale. He's Britney Spears, Britney Girldale, or he's Madonna Girldale, you know? That's what he's comfortable with. If he's feeling depressed on a day as regular Dale, he'll dress up. And he'll go out, he'll make people laugh, he'll make people smile, he'll feel good about that. It's something that he loves doing. Now, yes, like I've said, he needs to tone back the get up when he's around kids. But other than that, you know, kids look up to him. You know, this is a guy who is not afraid to take chances and do anything. He's still a good guy, though. I like old school drags. Used to be normal when it was different years ago. Not with the drags before the wild drags of, yeah. The drags of liberals, yeah. But yeah. They called this guy a homophobic and everything. But there's somebody else out there that I want to share this with y'all. You guys remember AOC? Yep, she's still there. She's still there. She's still slandering Trump. Let's hear what she has to say this time.
All these journalists are like, Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Are you going to the inauguration? Let me make myself clear. I don't celebrate rapists. So no, I'm not going to the inauguration.
So, who's a rapist? How is he a rapist? Who's AOC? I don't even... what's her name? Alexandra something? I don't fucking know. She's a crazy bitch in Congress. Like, she's a fucking nobody. I don't even know why she's still in Congress. I don't know why Trump hasn't said, hey, fuck this bitch. Get her the fuck out of there, you know? And then when it comes to a lot of other shit, okay? Let's bring it to religion for a little bit. Now, Trump has already signed in executive order to deport immigrants, right? Anybody familiar with the Pope? I don't even know who the fucking Pope is right now. Oh, you're joking? I know who she is. Just like a Mexican version of Hillary Clinton. Yes, she is. Oh, I shared this on Twitter as well. I don't even know who the hell the Pope is right now, but they just said the Pope describes Trump's planned deportations of immigrants as a disgrace. Oh, click here for the full story. Okay, I gotta see this. Oh, it's Pope Francis. Oh, Jesus Christ. That motherfucker's probably raped some kids in a fucking cathedral somewhere. Who knows? Pope Francis has criticized U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's plan to deport immigrants as a disgrace. The pontiff, speaking during an Italian television interview, was asked about the incoming Trump administration's plan to expel undocumented immigrants through an aggressive slate of immigration executive orders by the incoming president. Oh, so there's the video above. Oh, that's just a random video of this idiot handing out candy. Piece of shit. He probably fucking sniffed the kids, too. Biden's uncle. But he did say, if this is true, it will be a disgrace. Because it will make the poor wretches who have nothing to pay the unpaid bill. It won't do. This is not the way to solve things, he said during the interview Sunday. The Pope has made advocacy for migrants a key part of his papacy, insisting they should be welcome and integrated into societies. So you're saying, Pope Francis, you're saying that we should welcome drug cartels, murderers, rapists into our country? How about we send him to his front porch and have him house them and see what happens then? Did I see the reverend during... Oh, I was getting ready to go there. Oh my god, that fucking evil wench. Oh, that fucking hose beast. Where do I have that saved at here? Oh god. Did I really have to get to this? Where is it? I have it saved here somewhere. That fucking wretched wench. Where do I have it saved at? Oh, I gotta... Let's see. What is this? The pastor who criticized Trump today in 2020. Oh, let's go back 5 years. This is the same hose beast that criticized Trump this week. This is her back in 2020. Oh shit, what the fuck am I talking about? I got the thing muted. Sorry about that. Alright, this is what she said.
Why did you want to come out here and send
their message? It is a message of a call for justice, for swift justice for George Floyd, for systemic justice for all brown and black people who have been under the knee of this country in ways that we have witnessed time and again. This is wrong. And this rising up, this spontaneous uprising of people mostly half my age or younger, they're the ones we should be listening to.
And they're angry at the president.
They're so angry.
They're angry at the president. So what is your message to President Trump today?
Well, he should... I've given up speaking to President Trump. We need to replace President Trump. We need leadership that will lead us in the ways that this country deserves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a total wench. What a total hose beast. That reverend... And that's a reverend? That bitch speaks at a podium, speaking the word of our Lord and Savior. This bitch right here. Wow. See, I didn't watch. I think she's a plant. She might be a plant. Like, I didn't watch the thing. I know pretty much around what was said. Like, how you gonna sit there while Trump is there for that whole, what you call it? And you're gonna sit there and say what you fucking said? Hold on, let me see if I can look that video up here. Okay. Trump at service. January 2025. Trump at a church service? I don't know. I'm looking up the video. Oh, yeah. This fucking video. Is this the video? The Have Mercy. Yeah, you fucking evil wench. I don't feel like subscribing to the New York Times. The New York Crimes. JD Vance's facial reactions were priceless. I did see that. I did see that. Her nasty attack on Trump. Yeah, let's watch. Let's listen to this.
You seated?
This fucking skank.
Again, my warm welcome to all. The first foundation for unity is honoring the inherent dignity of every human being, which is, as all the faiths represented here affirm, the birthright of all people as children of our one God.
You evil fucking hosebag.
In public discourse, honoring each other's dignity means refusing to mock or discount or demonize those with whom we differ, choosing instead to respectfully debate our differences, and whenever possible, to seek common ground. And if common ground is not possible, dignity demands that we remain true to our convictions without contempt for those who hold convictions of their own. Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
Yeah, I did notice that. She didn't mention
There
Jesus
are
either.
Gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families.
Oh, fuck off with their shit.
Some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals. They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here.
Who does this fucking twat think she is? Don't understand why they are being murdered. They have rights for decades, but now they are dying. Yeah. They say the suicide rate is up for trans. Yeah. Allowed, yeah. Isn't she going against religion? Women aren't allowed to be church leaders. I think I've heard of some church leaders or priests that are female. It's a rarity to see for some, but I think there are some pastors that are female. Now, as far as I know, when you lead a life for God, for Jesus, you have to be pure. You have to remain pure in a sense. And I remember my fiance was telling me about this. It was we were watching that show Seventh Heaven. Anybody seen 7. She's a lesbian. Yeah, she is definitely lesbian. You could tell. But have you guys ever watched the show Seventh Heaven? And I know Stephen Collins. You know, I know the guy. He's a pedophile. You know, he's done some things with children. I know. I understand. I know. You know, I don't know if he's in prison or anything, but he was a predator himself. But back in the day when I started watching it, you know, like I did enjoy the show. I did enjoy it for like the first 4 or 5 seasons, and I kind of cut out of it after the kids were grown up and moved out, and they pretty much pulled them off the show. But there was something about, like, you know, he was a reverend, and I forgot what it was. You know, the church gave him a house to live in and stuff. You know, it was his job, and I forgot how the whole thing went. Yeah, but yeah, I guess it's something about, you know, when you become a pastor for a church. Yeah, in the Bible it says that only men can lead. A woman's supposed to support men, but that's her role. It's okay. That makes sense. That does make sense. And you are a good Christian man. I will say that, a good gay Christian man right there. You know the Bible. You know your rights. You are a good person, man. I definitely gotta give you props. Really, you are a good man. But yeah, that woman right there, that ain't no fucking pastor. She can speak some bullshit, but she can't speak the truth. Like, she gonna sit there and say, please, President Trump, show mercy for the kids. Show mercy. How about you respect the Lord? Oh, you love Jesus? Oh, definitely, yeah. You gotta give your heart to Jesus, man. You got to. I mean, that the Lord gave his life for all of us here. He loves everybody here. It's sad and sickening that there are people out there that hate us because we're not like them. Like, people like that woman right there. That hose beast right there, you know? Like, this is a woman who is for manipulating young minds. This is a person who is for mutilation of their genders. This is the type of woman that would be for, you know, supporting pedophilia. That's another thing I hate about LGBT, because I feel like LGBT agenda, I feel like they have part of their agenda to normalize pedophilia. There are some people out there that, I think there was one teacher, I was watching a video where they said, we don't refer to them as pedophiles or perverts anymore. They are minor attracted persons. Let me tell you something. If I was hovering around that classroom the day that teacher told their children not to call them pedophiles or perverts, that they're minor attracted persons, I would have walked in there with a sledgehammer and I would have shoved her into the fucking wall with it. Oh, it's everywhere. I know my friends in the Army and doctors convinced that this is a man or woman. Yeah. And that's what I love about what Trump said. There are 2 genders. That's it. Man or woman. Anything beyond that is of choice. If you're a man and you choose to love another man, if you're a woman, you choose to love another woman, that's your business. The science, the biology of things, you're either born a man or you're born a woman, male or female. There is no such thing as 23 different genders. These are people that live with severe mental illness. And a lot of them are our own fucking kids. Our own fucking kids. It is sick. Yeah, libs. There are 23 genders. Yeah. I found a video somewhere where they were trying to, the best I could do is 2. Yeah. Let me see here. Bible and science are facts. Yes, they are. And it's truly sad that these kids today, they will not follow either of them. They call the new science, oh, there's 400 genders. There's 400 genders. Where the fuck are they at? All I see is a world full of men and women. But then they try to pull this shit. Well, sex and gender are two different things. No, the fuck they ain't. It's just labeled different. Two different labels. What's your sex? Male, female. What's your gender? Male, female. There is not 300 fucking genders. Like, I don't know where the hell these kids today got the idea that there are multiple fucking genders. All this fucking made up shit. Just like I rolled up right here on Twitter, another one that I shared. Donald Trump says that transgender athletes will not be allowed to participate in women's sports. Good. They shouldn't. My gender is XXY7 Cop 43. I identify as a bottle of what is this? Buzz Balls cocktails. There I am on chocolate taste. That's why I identify as later on. Here's another good one that I want to bring up too, because people have asked me about this, but they can't really remember anything about it or know too much about it. Trump withdrew the United States from the World Health Organization. Yeah. That's a biggie. Oh, that's a good one. When I was younger, I grew up with gay, bi, lesbian, trans. That's where it was. There was nothing else. It was man or woman. That was it. Yes, it was. Like I said, trans, it was transsexual or transvestite. Back then, we call them chicks with dicks. Yeah, that's what it was. Chicks with dicks. But yeah, that was a true trans right there. But where is it? I shared something in Discord. Here it is. So people were asking me about the WHO, the World Health Organization, and I said it's a good thing that Trump pulled us from the World Health Organization. And they were asking, what's that mean? So I pulled this tweet up. This is from Ann Vandersteel on Twitter. And she said, I'm talking 2006 to 2000. Oh, okay. So this woman said breaking, and this is back on January 21st, so this is 3 days ago. She said breaking. The World Health Organization begs. The World Health Organization begged. They begged Trump to reconsider withdrawing. Yesterday, Trump signed an executive order to withdraw the U.S. from the World Health Organization. 24 hours later, WHO comes crawling back. Why? Because it is much harder to launch. Now get this, and this is what I told people about the World Health Organization. You got to think back to 2020, 2021, the big pandemic scare. Because it is much harder to launch another global pandemic without the U.S. government participation. Yes. Who caused the panic? The pandemic? Who spread the scare around? The World Health Organization. Fauci. All of them involved. They were involved with people staying at homes. They were involved with people losing their jobs. They were involved with businesses going under. The jab. Remember the jab? Yeah, everybody had to get the jab. Everybody had to get the jab. What happened to a lot of those people? What about my boy Jamie Foxx? Remember how he felt after he got the jabs? He almost died. I want Chinese government on trial for war crimes, Fauci, and WHO. Oh, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. You're going to love that. And if the last 6 years have taught us anything, it's that all future health crises will be government manufactured. They tried to end Trump with the COVID-19 scandemic. He learned his lesson and he won't be fooled again. Who? Take your global fascism and shove it. It's all about the pandemic. Wait, now, what are they trying to scare people into in this country? The bird flu! The bird flu, or that fucking stomach flu. 2020 really showed how, trick people can be. Yeah, it really did. And it took them to help push it. But yeah, what is scaring people right now? What are they trying to scare people with right now? The bird flu? This, what do they give it? They give it a new name. The fucking stomach flu that's causing people to violently throw up and have violent diarrhea. It's called a stomach bug. It's been around for decades. People get it every fucking year. Calm the fuck down. We don't need a fucking jab for a shit bug. Anytime any of these news networks that I follow try to sit there and say, oh, there's a new virus out, people died, yeah, I don't believe it. Nobody believes it. I'm surprised they're still trying to drag this shit on, especially in Maryland. They're like, the bird flu, the bird flu, Maduro, shut the fuck up. Stop spreading your fucking propaganda on the bird flu. No one gives a shit. No one gave a shit when COVID was a fucking thing. We all know how y'all fucking treated that. Nobody gives a shit now. I had COVID a few months ago, and I felt okay in like 6 hours. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The only thing I didn't like about Trump was handling COVID. He just had the wrong people. Well, it was that, and plus, it had just come up. It just came up. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew. I remember doing a podcast of it. I had just vaguely heard about it. It was over in China, and they said nobody could fly out of China. We wanted to keep it contained in China. And they had some of our people over there as some of our politicians over there. Tom Hanks was down in fucking Australia with his wife and shit. They were banning air travel, but you know what? The fucking virus spread anyway. It spread anyway, rapidly. You know what's funny? I've never had COVID and never got a shot. I'm still alive. There you go. There you go. I know a lot of people the same way. Their jobs threaten to fire them. You gotta get the jab, or you're not gonna have a job. Suck my dick. They're still working. Sadly, for reasons I'm not gonna disclose, I had to get the jab. But I played it smart. Here's how I played it smart. There was 3 vaccines that were out at the time. Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. I know they try sitting there and say that Moderna or Pfizer was around for, what, close to 100 years or some shit, some bullshit like that, right? For me, I never heard about them. I didn't know what Pfizer or Moderna was until the scamdemic. Yeah, I ended up having to wear the fucking mask out in public. It sucked. It was fucking stupid. Let me tell you something about that mask. When Biden came out and said that if you got the jab, you got fined over masks like 4 times, yeah, they could suck my dick on them masks. When it came to the masks, and Biden came out and said, if you got the jab, you don't have to walk in a grocery store wearing a mask. Only those who didn't get the jab have to wear a mask. And this was before I got it. I was proudly walking in Walmart, no mask. My fiance was like, you didn't get the shot. I was like, they don't know that. They cannot ask me at the front door if I got the shot or not. They can't ask me that. And nobody ever did. I walked proudly in places. And you know what? That overridden a lot of fucking shit. They cannot ask you if you got the shot or not. Because Biden put it in place, and I think that's where he fucked up. He put it in place, and he said, if you got the shot, you can walk in. You don't have to worry about wearing a mask. That's where he fucked up. There was a little flow in there, and it worked beautifully. But then comes the shots, and I was kind of talked into getting it. Yeah, but it's normal in Asia and Japan to wear a mask. They've been doing it for decades. Oh, yeah, I know. They've been doing it for so long. Because over there, especially in China and the Asia areas, you got the markets over there. I think, what was they called? The wet markets, I think it is. Where they butcher a lot of different animals that carry diseases like bats. So, yeah, people eat bats over there in China and Korea and all that. And they don't sterilize them or anything. They just kill them, gut them, serve them, and people eat them. That's how diseases spread. That's why it makes sense that people in Asia... Yeah, the Wuhan market, that's it. Yeah, the Wuhan market, that's what... I don't know why I think of wet market. Yeah, Wuhan market, that's what it is. God, I haven't seen that name in 5 years, man. I forgot that it was called the Wuhan. But yeah, the Wuhan market, yeah. Because they sell a lot of animals that they cook up and eat over there, but they contain, especially the bats. They eat bats. Bats contain rabies and all kind of different diseases. That's how diseases spread. So it's a wonder why they all wearing masks over there in Asia, you know, because all kind of diseases are forming over there. People are carrying diseases all the goddamn time over there. And they don't expect it over here, but you know what? They did say they're in the polar ice caps. In the polar ice caps, there are still diseases that are not known to man. And when those polar ice caps melt, who knows what diseases could arise, you know? Yeah, we're the bioweapons level 4 lab. Yep, that's where COVID was made. That's where it was made. It's pure fact. Yeah, that's where it came from. And people were open about it. There's files out there. I'm pretty sure, I guarantee you, if Trump brings out these documents on JFK and all, I wonder if anybody's ever told him, hey, sign an executive order to find out what really come about with COVID, like where did it really come from. And I guarantee you 100% to prove my theory that it was created in the lab, as they were saying. But yeah, when it comes to the jab, so I was talked into getting it, right? Now, I didn't know a whole lot about Pfizer or Moderna, but I knew Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, oh, that's a home name brand. You name it. Fucking baby powder, shampoo, soap, hair soap, bubbles, anything. Johnson & Johnson, that's been a name that's been around for over 100 years. That is a name that I trust. That's why I picked Johnson & Johnson. Not just because I trust the name Johnson & Johnson, but Johnson & Johnson was a twofer. See, with Pfizer and Moderna, they required you to come back for a second shot like a week or two later. I wasn't going to go back and get another fucking needle in my arm. I was going to go for one. Johnson & Johnson offered one shot, one deal. I got it. What happened to me? I contracted a slight fever afterward. I went home. I took some ibuprofen, laid down, took a nap, woke up, felt fine. I was fucking good. I went to work that night, felt great. Yeah, China recruited a professor at Harvard to help make the COVID. I think I heard about that guy too. I think I did hear about that. It does sound familiar with that story. But yeah, I mean, I'm still feeling great. I mean, I'm probably feeling the effects of old age, you know, kicking in. Like I can't remember shit like I used to. But I can still roll a good bit. I can still have a good conversation with people. I can still do this and I can still do that, you know. But I took Johnson & Johnson because it was a well-known name to me. Now, people who have been having complications with the jab, from what I heard, was Pfizer and Moderna. Yeah, Jamie Foxx was one of them. He said that shit almost killed him. That's why I played it smart and went with Johnson & Johnson. Oh, everyone I know had shots still had COVID and was worse. Yeah. That's what people told me. They all said that they still contracted COVID, even though Biden lied to them and said, if you get the jab, you're not going to, your chances of getting COVID are very low. You're not going to get COVID. Yeah. Everybody who got the jab got COVID once, twice, 3 times, whatever. I got the Johnson & Johnson. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it now, I got the Johnson & Johnson, and I haven't had a trickle of it. I was sick. Yeah, I've had nasal congestions. I've had sinus colds. I've had what could have been a flu, but it wasn't. I tested for COVID a couple times, and you know what? I was negative on all of it. So I want to say, even though they did not know anything about COVID, they didn't know all of its effects, they didn't know how to combat it. I gotta say, Johnson & Johnson, if I was exposed to it in any way, shit, it might have prevented it. Who knows? At one point, it was said that my brother, and he lives with us, my brother supposedly had it for a couple weeks or a week or so, and he stayed confined in his bedroom. I mean, he has everything going good for him. You know, he works, he has money saved up, he has his own groceries in his room, so he's got medicine and all kind of stuff, you know. He rarely been sick from anything. Well, that's good, man. But yeah, apparently I had a COVID case in my house about 2 years ago. I never got sick. None of my family got sick. That's amazing. I think that Johnson & Johnson was onto something. Maybe the Pfizer Moderna shots were empties, blanks. Maybe that's why they tried to tell people to stay away from Johnson & Johnson. They know something. Just like we know the government has a cure for AIDS and cancer. What's keeping them from releasing it? Big Pharma. Big Pharma's not going to make any money off of people being sick. You treat somebody for AIDS or cancer today, you're not going to make any money for treatments. You're not going to make any money for medications or anything like that. It's all a big scam. It's all a big game from the government, from everything. Yes, it is. So let's see here. What was the other things that Trump has placed into executive order? Let's push forward, shall we? Here's another one that I shared on the 20th. Breaking news. Let's see. If you hate Big Pharma, I hope Trump puts them in place. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. They're making their fucking money. Now, those people over in Korea, India, China, they all rely off of remedies. Old school remedies, you know? Eat certain herbs, some plants, vegetables, fruits, stuff like that. Anything that's herbal, that'll heal you. Doctors over here, they're not going to make any money off of that shit. That's why they drug you. That's why people are on so many drugs. That's why we have a drug epidemic right now. If you're not on like fentanyl or some shit, you know, you're probably getting high off of whatever doctors prescribe you and shit. You know, people got a drug addiction. That's why people have such a big drug addiction today when it comes to pills. Big Pharma, all these doctors want to put us on 100 fucking different medications that get us hooked and shit, you know? And in the end, there's probably nothing wrong with you. Oh, you wrote a letter to Trump and Vance about it like months ago? Oh, shit. I hope it does reach them and all. Trump is usually pretty good with a lot of stuff like that, I hear. But let's see. Here's another executive order that Trump placed in, designating drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. They can now be targeted with lethal force by U.S. military. Yes, this is a huge thing. The drug cartels are such a big problem when it comes to Mexico, United States, Central America, anywhere. They are now considered a foreign terrorist organization. And now they are on the U.S. military's hit list. Good. So let's see. Here's another thing that he's looking into. I don't know if you've seen this. Remember those drones that were scaring people left and right for the last 2-3 months? People were seeing drones all over the East Coast, and they were starting to pop up on the West Coast and shit like that, and even some in Texas and all them. Well, Trump told his chief of staff, Susie Wiles, on the fly to immediately find out for him what the drone scare was so he could tell the people. Hopefully we can get some information about those drones within the coming days or weeks. And that's why I don't go to doctors. When I was a kid, I was in foster homes and CPS, and the doctors love drugging kids. Yes, they do. Doctors, they love drugging kids. Like today, kids are what? Autistic. They have ADHD. They have ADD. I mean, they have so many prognoses. They have so many diagnoses. Remember back in the day where they gave kids Ritalin? Ritalin was a thing back in the day. I had a couple of friends that were on Ritalin because they were so hyperactive. Nowadays, they put them on, something else, like Xanax or some shit or whatever. You know what I say? Sit down and shut up! That should be the only drug that should be administered to a kid who acts up. I got my ass beat. If I talk back to my parents or anything, if I got out of line, and it wasn't abuse. They love me. My parents love me, but there was a discipline. It's discipline. Oh, you've been Ritalin? Yeah. I never been Ritalin, but I did have friends who were on Ritalin. You don't see that anymore. I don't even think Ritalin exists anymore. I couldn't even tell you when they discontinued Ritalin, you know? But that is something, everything in that, because nowadays they want to diagnose kids with everything in the fucking book. They're like, oh, your kid's running around, jumping around, screaming and hollering. Oh, he's got ADHD. No, it's not ADHD. It's just he's a fucking kid and he's trying to live his life as a kid. You've been on everything you could think of. Oh man, I feel for you, man. But I tell you what, I see kids today on a ton of medication. Probably more than they really need to be. Because I think my generation of people don't know how to handle children. Our parents knew how to handle us. They beat our ass on the beat. They beat our ass. They got their ass beat. My dad, he always told me about his grandfather. Like, go out there and get a switch off the tree. Which meant it's a stick or something. I don't know. He was always talking about get the switch. You're going to get the switch or you're going to get the belt. That's how our parents are raised. That's how we were raised. But then, you look at us and we're like, I don't want to be like my parents. I don't want to raise my kids the way I was raised. I want to love them. I want to support them, And that's why you got so many people out there that are like, don't abuse your kid. Don't hit them. Shit, with me, I'll be like, crack them once and good in the ass. It's not abuse if you don't bruise them. That's what I fucking say. You have been on medication since you left the system when you turned 18. That's good, man. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. Like, Why can't you let kids just be kids, you know? And if they need discipline, discipline their asses. See, my fiance and I, we discipline our kids in a different way, to where we hope we don't have to beat any asses or threaten to beat any asses. Because I know kids today, it's very hard to say. You take a phone away from a kid today, what's the biggest reaction a kid's going to give you when you take their phone away? They're going to scream, holler, throw shit, call you a fucking bitch, call you a cunt, call you a motherfucker, throw shit at you, want to beat the fucking world up, all because you took away their electronic. And then what happens? You either cave and give it back to them and say, please don't do that anymore. Or maybe you say, well, can we talk about it? And maybe you'll get it back. There's no hard discipline in there anywhere. Oh, you have Huntington, Asperger's, ADHD, and now mild autism. You know what? I blame the foods that we grew up eating. Because they always said, like, different processed foods that we've eaten cause a lot of our disorders. That's what they say. Myself, I probably got autism myself. I don't even fucking know. I'm not going to get diagnosed for it. Fuck that. If I'm autistic, shit, that's how I'm going to fucking go out, you know? But yeah, we end up with, you know, these disorders, you know? We end up with them. And it's got to be for a reason. It's not hereditary. Our parents are not ADHD or have Asperger's. What did they just ban recently that has an effect on food that causes cancer, they claim? Red dye number 40, right? They just banned that from foods. We grew up with that shit in our foods, and, you know, it just dyes the food red. You know, dyes the candy red. What's the big fucking deal? They claim that there's a chemical in there that tweaks our chromosomes or something. I don't know. Yeah, kids have killed parents and teachers over phones being taken away. It's a new generation called them iPad kids. Yeah, exactly. These kids today, they're not disciplined properly. They're killing people over losing their fucking shit. It's disgusting. Then you got states that are sitting there, you know, they're lowering the age for disciplinary centers, like juvenile centers and all, or raising a certain age or whatever for juvenile centers. Technology is turning our kids into fucking Charles Mansons. And we, the parents, we're the fucking pussies. But it's not just that. It's not just that our generation right now are a bunch of pussies. It's not just that. Yeah, millennial parents are the worst. Exactly. I try to be a good fucking parent. I try to be, you know, like, I just grounded my daughter yesterday because of something that she did that I definitely don't agree with her doing. Did she cry? Yeah, she's 14 years old. She fucking cried because she lost her phone and her computer. And I told her, I'm standing by it. You're going to listen and you're going to learn. But luckily, she's not one of those that will backtalk me or throw shit, because she knows if she does, oh, I'm all over her ass. I am. But I'm at the point where I have a respectful relationship with my daughter, to where she understands what she did was wrong. She understands where I'm coming from. I'm not being harsh on her the way my dad was harsh on me. My dad used to scream and holler at me. He used to tell me he had a belly full of this and a belly full of that and shit. I would get lectures. Your parents used to beat the shit out of you for acting up. I mean, I got my ass beat at times for certain things, but I think the one thing that was the biggest for me was the lectures. Like, my dad would sit me down, and there was quite a few times he would sit me down and he would lecture me for like an hour straight. Sometimes an hour and a half. And I would just sit there. Sometimes I fell fucking asleep. Just about. I try to stay awake. But yeah, I got the lectures. I got the belt once or twice. I got the hand. My mom, oh, she didn't use a hand. She would go for the goddamn kitchen spoons. I don't know if you had any of that. My mom had this plastic, big-ass kitchen spoons. That shit stung. I got that several fucking times. If I told my mom, fuck you, here came the kitchen spoon, and my ass felt it. And let me tell you all something. That discipline, I'm not out there in the street robbing people. I'm not out there robbing gas stations. I'm not in prison. I'm not killing people. I'm not selling drugs. Kids today are, because they're not disciplined properly. Your mom whooped my, whooped my ass with anything she got her hands on. That pretty much was it. How about those Hispanic families? You know, the mothers, the Hispanic mothers with the flip-flops and shit. You know, you see videos of them with the flip-flops. Like, come here, motherfucker. Ah! It was always something with that, though. It was always hilarious. But yeah, I tell you, like, today, millennial parents, they're afraid of being labeled as abusers. Because the children today, they learn about that little thing called CPS. They look up the number online and say, I'm going to call CPS. They're going to come take me away from you, mommy. They're going to lock you up. What Junior doesn't understand is, they'll take you away from your parents, all right, but you're going to live a life in a home somewhere, in a center. You're going to be going from foster care to foster care to foster care. Where's the fun in that? Until they finally realize, oh shit, I miss my home. I should have never did that. Now I can't go back to my home because my mommy's unfit to be a parent because I made the call. Well, should have listened, Junior. But now where you at? Your mother was just trying to be loving and discipline your ass for being terrible, for being bad. And you chose to call CPS and tell them, Mommy hit me. She beat me. I hate CPS. They love to destroy families. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what they do. Especially breaking families up. That's why millennials are afraid to discipline their children. They're afraid some random dumb fuck is going to see them spanking their kid, and they're going to call CPS and say, they struck their kid. They struck their kid. And CPS is going to come in and take the child away. They don't need no search warrants or anything. They got an eyewitness account from some retard that says that you struck your child, and that's it. And that's why there's no harsh punishments anymore. You've been abused by families in group homes. Oh, hell the hell, you're still alive. People have made it out alive, man. Different scenarios like that. And I tell you what, the best therapy for somebody in your situation is the music we grew up with. I grew up with a lot of good music throughout high school. You know, new metal, heavy metal, a lot of the different themes, the lyrics. A lot of those people, they lived through the worst of the worst, probably just as bad as you did, man. They wrote music about it. It's something that's soothing, it's relatable. And that's why, you know, people of our generation will sit there and say, you know what? I listened to Korn. I listened to Limp Bizkit. I listened to Linkin Park. Yes, video games too. Movies as well. I think that's why with me, personally, that's why I'm where I'm at. I have a good, decent job where I bring home money. I'm happy with it. pay my bills. I have kids that I love, that I spend time with. I have a very loving fiance that I've known since high school. We've been together for almost 5 years now. And we understand each other. We accept each other. She especially accepts me for my hobbies. She loves that I get on here and I do podcasts and do live streams. She loves that I have a hobby that I enjoy because she enjoys watching me do it, and sometimes she partakes in it. I've been playing video games for 35 years. 35, 36 years of my life I've been playing video games. And when I look back on it all, it wasn't just about it being a hobby of being able to do something. But stuff like this is something that does save lives. It does save lives. My kids, they play video games today. Yes, we do moderate them so they're not on it all day. Are they out there committing crimes? No. Are they doing bad things? No. But if they do, they get disciplined. And what I like about my kids is they understand what they get disciplined for, and they will accept their punishment. Even if they go crying in tears or screaming and hollering, you know what? At the end of the day, they come back and apologize, and they do. My kids do come back and apologize for what they did, and they understand what they did was wrong, and they accept it. And I think, you know, everybody's different when it comes to parenting. I don't think a parent should just let their child do whatever the fuck they want because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle a raging teenager who's yelling at them. They don't know how to do that without the threat of somebody, even their own kid, turning them into child protective services. It is a shame, but the best thing that, you know, somebody like me could do, or somebody like you could do if you had kids, if you ever have kids, man, just do your own thing, you know. Do how you feel like your parents would do, but if you want to make it a little more lighthearted, you know. I know what kind of parent I definitely Brontosaurus want to be. Yeah. I know, man. It is hard being a parent. I will say that. It is hard to be a parent. Whether you're a dad or you're especially a mom. I can't really express or understand or know what a woman goes through as a mother. You know, you carry that child in your womb for 9 months. You sit in the hospital for hours on end, pushing and shoving that kid out of you. You know, that's your baby. Father just is there to give the sperm and to be a father, you know? I guess that's pretty much how women see us as, you know, we're just fucking men. We give the sperm. That's it. No need to be the father. Well, yeah, I'm going to be the father. You know, I am included in this. That's why the whole thing of abortions came up, you know, during the Biden administration. You know, are people for abortions? Are people against abortions? It's a very tough subject, especially for men to touch in on, you know? That's why I really don't get involved in the topic of abortions myself. Yeah, women, they're the ones that are going through it. Yes, especially women. Oh, shit. Oh, here is the other one I'm going to talk about here. Somebody shared this on Twitter. Since talking about kids and stuff. Trump, it is sad, man. It really is. This was 4 days ago. Somebody said, Trump is signing an executive order that officially defines the words man and woman, removes gender ideology from government, bans men from women's prisons, requires that a person's biological sex is on their government ID, protects kids in schools from trans indoctrination, and several other measures. This would have been unthinkable even a few years ago. Conservatives have achieved a near total victory on this issue. Yes, they have. They really have. And I'm glad that Trump signed that. I had a list of different things. Is this one of the lists? Okay, here's a small list that I did share. This is from the other day. Breaking news. Donald Trump signed a wave of game-changing executive orders. This includes rescinding 78. We'll get back to this in a few minutes, guys. I'll be right back.
These people are trying to kill you.
See how they fled.
All right, now, that is it. We are even.
No.
Now we even.
Fled. Rated R. Starts Friday, July 19th.
Some people quit when they reach their threshold of pain. Some don't.
All right, and I'm finally back, guys. Just had a brief interruption there. It's all good. I'm gonna probably try to wrap this up before we hit the 3-hour mark, shall we? You know. But yeah, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. Yes, 78. Trump rescinded 78 Biden era executive actions, orders, and memoranda. 78. That's a lot. Implementing a regulatory freeze to halt new regulations until full control of the government is achieved, which is good. That means they can't make any new regulations until the Republicans have full control of the Senate and the House. That's good. They can't make anything new, any new decisions or anything. I like that. Freezing federal hiring with exceptions for the military and other specified categories. Good. Requiring all federal workers to return to full-time in-person work immediately. Good. I know this hits a lot of federal workers really hard because they have been used to working from home for the last 4 years because of the pandemic. Well, guess what? There is no more pandemic. COVID is gone. No one's getting any more jabs. All these new little viruses and bugs that they're introducing, they don't exist. They're trying to scare you into a new scamdemic, and it's not fucking working. Stop with the bullshit. Get back to work. If thousands of other people have to go out there and bust their fucking ass at their job, like you're a federal worker and you work from home, you work from a laptop. What do you do when you go on lunch break? Oh, you could just go on lunch break whenever. You can go to Walmart, and guess what? Some of those workers that can't afford to take off or work from home work at Walmart. Standing on their feet all hours on end, dealing with fucking bullshit customers. Yeah. You should appreciate those people that tend to your care. How fucking dare you sit at home for another year working on your laptop from the comfort of your home when a lot of us have returned to work standing on our feet for 8, 10, 12 hours a day to make a fucking buck, while you get to sit at home in your fucking cozy little chair, sitting on the phone, on the laptop, PC, whatever. Walmart depresses. Trust me, it does me too. You know, I still shop at Walmart, but I shop online. I don't go in the store anymore. I haven't been into the fucking store. It's hard to go there for me. I haven't been in Walmart in like months. I order my shit online and I have it delivered to my house. I don't even go out to fucking do that shit anymore. I just have them fucking deliver it. Like, there's no need for me to go out. Like, okay, you go out to a store, you discover new things, you're like, ooh, like, nah, I don't have the money for it, but it is tempting. That's why I say, fuck it, I'll just stay at home and order it, have it come to me. Fuck it, you know? But yeah, why should these federal workers, why should they continue to work from home? There's nothing going on. There's no major scamdemic going on. Nobody's wearing masks. You're not sick. Go the fuck back to work. Go do your fucking job like everybody else. You go to the neighborhood. Oh, okay. The neighborhood market. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I don't think I heard of them. Well, let's see. Directing every federal department and agency to address the ongoing cost of living crisis. Yes, we need to know. Why is the price of goods still skyrocketing? Gas, food, energy, clothing, everything. Why is it still skyrocketing? We need to know. We deserve to know. Withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement, saving over $1 trillion. Yes! Saving us money. Why are we paying out money for climate change? Climate change. Why are we paying out money for shit like that? For research like that? Christ. Sending a letter to the United Nations to formally announce the U.S. withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. Restoring freedom of speech and preventing government censorship and free speech. Yes! We have been censored on social media for too goddamn long. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or how does Vic DiMatteo put it? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Google Plus, your sister's ass to Pony Express. I love that guy. Every platform you're on, everybody's been censored. Everything has been deemed misinformation. Your opinion's been deemed as misinformation. True facts have been pinned as misinformation. Actually, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm going down. Started Thanksgiving. Oklahoma has no grocery tax anymore, and gas is the lowest. Man, I would fucking die to have what you're at, man. I know this is going down where I'm at. Man, I live in Democratic Maryland. This shit's fucking still sky high. Gas. Let me tell you something about gas. Gas was down to it was hovering around $2.73 before Christmas. And I called it. I was like, watch, after Christmas is going to go back up. December 26th. Gas shot the fuck back up 30 cents. How the fuck does gas shoot up 30 cents after being down to $2.73 for a month and a half? It's ridiculous. Food. I know if the price of some food is fucking going up. And you got fucking Democratic idiots here like, Mr. President, I thought you were going to lower food prices. I thought you were going to lower gas prices. Where's it at? It's happening within your state, you fucking idiot. Your state Democratic dickwad who enjoys spending, who enjoys collecting a big paycheck, they're the reason why it's still sky high. It's not because of Trump anymore. It's because of Democrats that still run the states. Look at California. California's still on fire. They don't give a fuck. They're looking at 2028 because they got big plans for all that land that's burned up, remember? But yeah, restoring freedom of speech and keeping government censorship out of the fucking way. Biggest win right there. Ending the weaponization of government against political adversaries of the previous administration. That's another big one right there, guys. Let's see what else here. Oh, I've got to play this. I've got to play this for you guys. Now, when it comes to the whole trans shit, this is a brilliant video that I shared. Liberals are having a mental breakdown after Trump announced that there's only 2 genders. Listen to this funny shit.
Please excuse my hair. I just woke up. Donald Trump was inaugurated at 12, and just a few minutes ago, he has now claimed that there will only be the male and female gender that will be recognized in America.
Oh my god! It's so fucking sad!
Has been working for, and we have already not been recognized in this country.
It's sent back so much!
Remember, gay marriage became legal 10 years ago. We had just earned the right to change our gender.
Wait, what? Gay marriage became legal only 10 years ago? Let me research that. When did gay marriage become legal? Let me double check that. Let me check that. Same-sex marriage. I gotta check this. Like this. Okay, let's see. June 26 marks a major milestone for civil rights. That's civil rights in the United States. By 1 vote, the court rules that same-sex marriage cannot be banned in the United States, and that all same-sex marriages must be recognized nationwide. That just says that they cannot be banned. They can't be banned in the U.S. Now, the timeline for same-sex marriage. Let's see. Summary of the 20. Let's see. As of June. Okay, 38 states have been legalized as of June 2024. Okay, so the first jurisdiction for the United States was 2004. So 21 years. 21 years for same-sex marriage in the United States. I mean, I would think that she's partially wrong. I don't know. But this is somebody who needs to do a little bit more research in this shit. Like, I gotta hear the... let me rewind it back for a little bit.
Recognized in America, this sets back everything that the trans community has been working for. And we...
So, what was the trans community working forward to? Do they understand what trans is? Transsexual? Transvestite? They created their own genderism. Oh, you're back? Okay, I didn't even know you were gone, man. I'm just playing a video of this dumb twat here talking about, you know, breaking down after Trump said there was only 2 genders.
We have already not been recognized in this country for centuries. If we remember, gay marriage became legal 10 years ago. We had just earned the right to change our gender on our passports and IDs. Just because I want to identify as a man does not mean I am trying to hurt you. In these next 4 years, you are going to hear the most intense anti-trans propaganda you have ever heard in your entire life. And they're going to strew it in a way that sounds extremely convincing because it will fearmonger. It will fearmonger everyone's insecurities. Please talk to your neighbors, protect your trans community, stay involved, and do not forget us.
Why is she crying? She's crying because Trump announced that there were only 2 genders. It's fear-mongering. It was fear-mongering everything that the trans community has fought for. So it's all about the trans community now, right? Hasn't gay people fought for decades for respect and freedom and all that? And gay people get the respect that they deserve, you know? People respect gay people. I say gay people are more well respected than mentally ill people who identify as trans. Trans is a state of mind of mental illness. That's their version of trans. Like I think it's a true statistic. More gay people are respected in the gay community than trans are, because when they talk about when they talk about trans people who've committed more suicides, that is a sign of mental illness. They are putting themselves through serious stress and depression to be identified as a cell phone, or Sloth from the fucking Goonies, or Freddy fucking Krueger. But when people don't identify them as what they are, my pronouns are credit and card. My pronouns are micro and wave. I don't give a fuck. Fuck your pronoun shit, you know? I pissed off this woman that I worked with and I went to school with years ago because she couldn't figure out what pronouns she wanted to be considered as, right? And I was like, fuck your pronouns. I laughed at her. If you're not going to respect my pronouns, I'm going to block you. Woo! Block me, bitch! If you're not going to respect my... Fuck your pronouns! Who the fuck decided that was a thing? Who decided to bastardize the phrase and term of pronoun and turn it into something incredibly retarded? You're gonna respect my pronouns, or I'm not gonna talk to you. Who gives a fuck? You wanna know my fucking pronouns? Left and right fist. Keep it up and you're gonna meet both. There's two different types of gay. One, girly acting gay, and one manly gay. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, sometimes the manly gay, you barely even know if they're gay or not, you know, because you can never tell. I mean, some people have like a sense of saying, "Hey, I know that guy's gay," and how can you tell? I could tell, you know. But oh man, let me move on to this one thing here. So General Mark Milley was fired from the National Infrastructure Advisory Council. I think that has something to do with the military, you know, allowing trans people into the military, and then the fact that when we pulled out of Afghanistan, the way we did, and we lost 13 people, Biden lied, 13 died, if you guys remember that. Let's see, what else was there? That was a fabricated story. This does not the U.S. does not have extradition treaty or convention with Russia. Oh, that's fucking, nah, that's bullshit. That's false right there. Let me see something here. Can Russia extradite people from the U.S.? Okay, you cannot extradite people from the U.S. Okay. So Putin is full of shit then. That was another thing too. Afghanistan pissed me off. Oh, that pissed off a lot of people, man. Biden pulled us out and he said, "Oh, I think we did good pulling out. Oh, Trump, he didn't do anything, you know, he set it up. Trump, it's all Trump's fault. It's all Trump's fault." No, you prematurely pulled us out, left behind billions of dollars of military weaponry, you know, tanks and guns and shit that the Taliban now has, that the Taliban is using against other countries. Way to go, Biden. I already talked about this. CNN laying off people. Yep. Alright, so here's one. I wonder how true this is. The U.S. has massively halted arms shipment to Ukraine. Good. The United States has withdrawn all applications for the transit of goods in the interests of Ukraine through Zezao, Constanta, I don't even know what the fuck those names are. All shipments of weapons and military equipment to Ukraine have been stopped at NATO bases in Europe. According to preliminary estimates alone, we are talking about several thousand tons of weapons and military equipment. All Pentagon employees involved in arms supplies to Kyiv have been fired or suspended. Good. Yep, Ukraine support was yanked. Oh, I'm so happy about that shit right there. Let's see. Apparently that's satire, but that's Twitter for you. Here's one good thing that I like. And there's something about it that pisses me off too. The Lincoln Riley Act. Everybody knows Lincoln Riley. Beautiful young girl was raped and murdered by one of those animals that the Biden administration left in to the country. The Lincoln Riley Act was passed at the House. 263 to 156. Let's see, America's support is about other countries and are still giving them something. Yep. But yeah, the House Act, the House passed the Lincoln Riley Act, 263 to 156. And now it heads to President Trump's desk to be signed. And I know Trump will sign it into law. He did say he was going to. But here's a thing that fucking pisses me off. So the number is 263 to 156 for the Lincoln Riley Act, right? The 156 votes were all casted by Democrats. The Democrats were all against the Lincoln Riley Act. These sick fucks. Yeah, that boils my blood. 2 illegals lured a 10-year-old child under and being raped. Yep. She is now getting to justice. There's an act that's being passed. I hope, and I know Trump's going to pass it. I don't know when he's going to do it. This is going to be big news. I hope he passes it. 156 goddamn Democrats were against this. All those motherfuckers should be fired and prisoned on death row. Fuck them all. A young fucking girl is raped and murdered by 2 illegals. It should have never happened. And now she is getting the justice that she deserves, and I'm glad to see it. Here's another one. Trump signed a 90-day pause on all foreign aid until Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, and California citizens are taken care of. Yes. The whole thing that happened with the hurricane down south, the California wildfires. You know how FEMA was supposed to supply them with shit, and they never did. Well, guess what? There ain't no foreign aid going out. 90-day pause on it. America comes first. That's how it should have been under Biden. That's why Kamala Harris lost. That was the other biggest reason why Harris lost. They didn't care diddly dick about anybody in North Carolina or Tennessee or anybody affected by the hurricane. And they sure as hell don't care about anybody in fucking California. I love that. Or how about this? Where's the video for this at? Where is the video? I shared the video for this. No, I didn't. Okay. How about this? One of the detainees from ICE, an illegal, or do I have it somewhere else? Do I have it shared somewhere else? I wonder if I got it shared somewhere else. I thought I had it shared on Twitter. I hope I still have it shared on Twitter somewhere. I'm just looking at a different page. But it's a video. I gotta see this video. I gotta play it for you guys. Where is it at? Let's see. This Catholic Church. Fuck the Catholic Church. They're against fucking they're against fucking Trump and all that shit again. I know I shared that video here somewhere. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I gotta find this video because it's definitely something that needs to be shown here. Let's see, Democratic Party. Where the fuck is it at? Well, I'll try to describe it the best I can. So out of everybody that ICE has detained so far, this one guy who made it publicly on the media news, he's not happy about being arrested and rounded up. This guy's a big fucking criminal from another country. This guy said on camera, and in the videos out there, he said, "Fuck Trump, forever Biden, I'll forever support Biden." Like, you know what? Fuck you, you piece of shit. How about that? Where's your ass going? Back down south where you belong, bitch. Yeah. Now, here's something that will really bring your piss to a boil. The whole January 6th bullshit. You guys ready for this? I shared this on Twitter from Benny Johnson. The Benny Show. This is the Big Don himself. Listen to what he has to say about the January 6th bullshit.
And these are crooked politicians. Every one of them. Benny Johnson, what he did is incredible. I mean, he was the leader of the committee, and he did it. Cheney, crying Adam Kinzinger, all of them. They destroyed evidence and deleted everything. There's nothing. There's no evidence now.
I didn't do it!
They're crooked politicians, and
no!
They should be punished.
No!
You know, that's even in a civil trial, you go to jail for a thing like that. They destroyed every document, from what I understand, every document, because it proved that I was totally innocent.
I didn't destroy any documents. He meant Benny Thompson. I'm Benny Johnson. Benny Thompson
Southern border?
is different.
Yes, when you say southern border, when I said 10,000 troops, I was referring to the capital.
Oh, I see. And when do you plan
I
to do
offered
that?
10,000 troops for the capital before.
New fires broke out. Oh shit! I knew there was new fires going to happen. I knew there was going to be new ones out there. But yeah, so the January 6th trials against Trump that he won, that he beat and won, he's pardoning, or he's already pardoned, all those peaceful protesters, and people are pissed about that, right? They're all mad about all this shit. They say that Trump fueled them to go down there and riot, which they didn't. Now, if they're very strong on what they said, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence that Trump can go over and see what they have? The evidence was destroyed. The January 6th evidence was all destroyed so that it cannot be used against the January 6th committee. Democrats destroyed all federal evidence of what was the grandest day. They made sure it was the grandest fucking day in history that the Capitol was under attack. The grandest fucking day of them all, right? And they destroyed evidence of it. So what the hell were they hiding? What were they hiding? And you know what? We will never know. We'll never know. Day 3 This is from Charlie Kirk. This was shared yesterday. Day 3 of the Trump administration is on the books. On his third day, President Trump has completed the shutdown of all DEI offices in the government and placed all existing DEI employees on indefinite leave. Yes. All you racist motherfuckers, enjoy your time off. Enjoy it. Remember, Walmart's hiring. Trump announced a new deployment of 1,500 active duty troops to assist in the security of the United States-Mexico border. Received a commitment from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia to increase trade investments with the U.S. by $600 billion. Ordered the Border Patrol to begin immediately deporting anybody crossing into the America illegally without a hearing, ending the insane Biden policy of catching illegal crossers only to then let them claim asylum and be released in the United States with a court date months or years in the future. Which means you don't bag them, you just bag them, tag them, and turn them around and set them free. Fuck them. Don't bring them in here. Ordered a freeze on the DOJ consent decrease with local police departments, which Biden and Obama used to shackle local police and prevent them from stopping crime. Remember that? Remember out in California, people were fucking looting and stealing from stores, and security officers and police officers could not do a goddamn thing about it? Now they can. Now they can. Pardoned 2 D.C. police officers wrongfully convicted in a political show trial after a gang member they were pursuing fled into traffic and was hit by a car. So why were the police... Why were they convicted? They were chasing after a gang member. Fuck the gang member. I'm glad he pardoned those 2 police officers. Had the Defense Department commit to using military aircraft to assist CBP in deportation operation. Wow. A lot of shit we didn't know about, people. A lot of dirty shit that Biden did that we didn't know. How about this one from 20 hours ago? President Trump seeks immediate meeting with Vladimir Putin. Ukrainian President Zelensky tells Trump that he's ready to negotiate the end of war with a deal.
That President Trump wants to meet immediately with Vladimir Putin, and that President Zelensky has told President Trump that he is ready to make a deal to end the war. So obviously a very big development on that front, and we'll play it out for you as soon as we get it. A number of other items crossing the wires and making news that we're going to bring you when we get that playback in just a moment. So stick around for that.
So there's one little problem with that from what I heard, and I don't know how much true it is. So apparently Putin reached out and said that in order for them to reach a deal to end their war with Ukraine, they want the U.S. to be able to extradite Fauci over to Russia to be charged with crimes dating back to the COVID pandemic. Because of Fauci and the World Health Organization, with the way they handled COVID and told everybody, the way they handle it. If we were able to do that, I would say give Fauci to Putin. I would say give him to Putin. If it will end a stupid war and take care of 2 birds in 1 stone, I would love to see a public hanging of Anthony Fauci in Russia. I would love to see that. Just like they hung Saddam Hussein. Remember when they hung Saddam Hussein on TV and shit? I want to see that. Yeah, Fauci is evil. He's done so many sick, twisted experiments. Yeah, he was behind that shit. COVID, he was behind all of it. He was. I would pay to see a public hanging for Fauci. There's your fucking Hitler right there. Oh, speaking of Hitler, how about the fact that the liberal media is labeling out Elon Musk as the next Hitler? How about that shit? Because apparently he gave a salute during one of his speeches. And like, oh, he gave the Nazi salute. He's a fucking Nazi. Oh no. Remember when Obama and Kamala did it? Oh, but they're not Nazis either, right? Oh no, I'm talking decades even before that. Yeah. Fauci was doing a lot of dirty shit for so many fucking years. Oh, I know. Him and Bill Gates too. But yeah, they want to label Elon Musk as a fucking Nazi because he saluted, right? Yeah, okay. They forgot about when Kamala and Obama and all of them did it, but they don't want to see that. They just want to see Elon Musk. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Or how about this? DARPA documents exposing COVID-19 origins. This is going to be nice. This is a 2-minute long one. Hope you guys enjoy this one.
We, the people, are dying in massive numbers. 6.5 million. 6.5 million globally. That's criminal charges. Did Anthony Fauci lie about gain of function work? Absolutely, in my opinion, he did. And how about criminal charges? We're gonna go after Bannon for contempt because he didn't bother to show up to a farce hearing. But we're gonna let Fauci lie to Congress about something that is consequential enough to result in criminal charges. We're gonna go after Bannon for contempt.
Sorry about that. I was blowing up the article.
To show up to a farce hearing. But we're gonna let Fauci lie to Congress about something that is consequential enough to result in 6 million deaths? Can anyone explain this to me? We, the people of the United States, should be outraged. Instead of pitting a war against people who are Christians, people who believe in the United States, people who want our country to succeed, maybe we should look at the people who are responsible for one of the greatest pandemics in human history and that's resulted in millions of deaths worldwide. I pray that every country in the world, every country, send it to the U.S., ask us, when are we going to investigate the crooks? The U.S. government didn't do this, but there were people in the U.S. government who did. There are criminals involved who I believe were responsible for this, who were negligent in their work. They did it. The Chinese Communist Party was involved in this. Anthony Fauci appears to be involved in this. Peter Daszak appears to be involved in this. Let's hold them accountable. It's time for criminal charges, criminal investigations.
That is why Biden decided to pardon Fauci. Yes, Biden spent his last hours doing exactly what you just said. Cover it up. Trillions of deaths worldwide because of these crooks, these criminals, these evil, sadistic fucks. And one of them being Fauci. That is exactly why Biden pardoned him within his last hours of his presidency. He knew something was going to happen. And he was going to cover it up one way or another because he knew I'm guessing if he knew if Fauci didn't get pardoned and they were going to try him, all that information was going to come out. I'm pretty sure Fauci was going to sing like a bird. And just like Epstein, I'm sure Fauci would have fucking died in prison, Clinton style. But yeah, the article that I've blown up for this video. Unclassified DARPA documents confirm the shocking truth. SARS-CoV-2 was created by EcoHealth Alliance at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, coordinated by Peter Daszak, and designated to be deliberately virulent and humanized. This engineered virus, responsible for 6.5 million deaths, ties directly to the actions of Anthony Fauci, raising serious questions about his involvement in funding and overseeing this deadly project. The global implications are staggering. How deep does it go, and who will be held accountable for the crimes against humanity? Yes, the world deserves answers for this. And these are unclassified documents. They were leaked out. But yes, this whole thing, this whole big mess, everything is coming unraveled at the seams. And everything is happening since Biden hit office. Not Biden, since Trump hit office. Christ, now I'm getting fucking Biden. I'm fucking talking like Biden now. But ever since Trump has hit office, I should do a fucking Hail Mary after this. 5 Hail Marys. God damn. Ever since Trump hit office, everything's been coming uncovered. Looks like Trump is in North Carolina. Yep. He said he was going to visit all the states impacted by the hurricane and the fire. He's definitely doing something about it. He's doing a lot more than Biden ever talked about doing. How about that laughable $750 check to each fucking person or each family that was affected by that hurricane? That Kamala wanted to give them a one-time check that they had to pay back to the government, $750 fucking dollars. Or how about $750 to the victims out there in California from Biden? One-time check. Sickening. Meanwhile, the rest of that money went to the fucking Ukraine. Trump gets in office, the rest of that money's halted. Good. Now Zelensky's over there like, Mr. Trump, can you send us some troops, please? No, fuck you. We spent the last 3 years giving these fuckers in Ukraine trillions of dollars of our money, of our services. Where's all that money going? Where's all that money gone? You want the files to come out about that fire in Hawaii? Yep, I want that to come out too. Even though everybody already called it, we all know what's happened. I'm sure that's going to come out too. But yeah. Shit, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Jesus Christ. Ah, shit. Man. It's sickening. Even with FEMA. Remember how FEMA ran out of money? Yeah. They said FEMA was going to cover people down there in North Carolina and all. They ain't done shit. I remember seeing videos from people posting on TikTok. They said there was random people coming from different states going down there helping them build roads, rebuild houses and shit like that. FEMA wasn't doing that. Biden wasn't doing that. A lot of people were Trump supporters going down there and helping them out. FEMA told them, we ran out of money. Where'd all that money go? Over to Ukraine. That's what I was talking about. That's what it was. Getting back on track. We sent all this money over to Ukraine. What happened to it? I can't see trillions of our dollars being spent on military weapons, vehicles, etc. Where'd a lot of that money go? Yep, the people were helping each other out in the disasters. They were. They still are. They're good people. You don't see any fucking liberal Democrats doing that. They don't care about anybody but themselves. But yeah, where did all that money go? I guarantee you, I know where that fucking money went. Zelensky got half, and I bet the other half went to Hunter Biden. Nice big retirement plan for the Bidens, ain't it? Yeah. Good old Hunter was pardoned. Biden didn't pardon himself. Old Joe didn't pardon himself, but he pardoned the rest of his family. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Christian relief. Yep. But yeah, there's a lot of fucking dirty secrets that are getting ready to come out. Trump is doing his damnedest to reveal them all, unveil them all, as he is doing his duty as our leader. We voted this guy in office for a second term, and already we're loving the results. And I'm also loving the tears. The tears. The tears of liberals. The tears of the trans community. Oh, I gotta play that video again. Where is it at? I gotta play it again. The tears. I can't believe Trump did that. Oh, tell us about it again, sweetheart.
I just woke up. Donald Trump was inaugurated at 12, and just a few minutes ago, he has now claimed that there will only be the male and female gender that will be recognized in America.
Oh, the tears!
Everything that the trans community has been working for, and we have already not been recognized in this country.
Yes,
If it became legal 10 years ago,
I mean, it's so tears. Yes,
to change our gender
it's so
on our
good.
passports and IDs. Just because I
Yes.
want to identify as a man does not mean I am trying to hurt you. In these next 4 years, you are going to hear the most intense anti-trans propaganda you have ever heard in your entire life.
Yeah, let me look at oh yes,
because it will
oh sweet
fearmonger.
tears, yes.
Fearmonger everyone.
No
knows
tears,
here.
this is my
Please
papa.
talk to your neighbors, protect your trans community, stay involved,
Yes.
and do not forget us, because history will try to erase us.
Oh shit, I get a kick out of that liberal tears. Oh shit. I love it. Oh shit, I love being a Trump supporter. I love being an American. And this goddamn cat, what are you doing here? I'm trying to end shit. I think the cat's gonna end the stream for me. Alrighty guys. Just over 3.5 hours in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits on this show today. There was a lot that I talked about today. I'm glad you guys tuned in today for it. I'm glad you guys are still here. It's always good to see you guys come to the show. Next Friday, going to talk about something else. Hopefully, within the next week or so, the JFK files come out and all the other files come out, and we'll definitely talk more about it. You like this? Yeah. Join the show every Friday, man. Or if you follow me on Discord, if you follow me on here, I don't know if you got Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, if you don't have Discord, and you are subscribed on YouTube, check out the community tab. I will post on the community tab when I go live and what the topic's going to be about, and let you know if I'm going to go live or if I'm going to delay or whatever. So there's always ways of keeping up to date when the shows are going to happen and all. But everybody, you talking about Discord link? It'll be right below in the it's gonna be right below in the description section. But if my cat would just sit down, I can copy and paste it and put it in the chat here. I don't know what my cat's doing. Cat's going fucking nuts. Yes, I know. Yes, Mr. Bigglesworth. Yes. Okay. Discord link. Let me send you a link here. Copy. I will post it right here somewhere. Come on, cat. God damn. Alright. You gotta come down now. Get out of here. Oh, you see it? Okay. Yeah, just click on the link. Hop in there, man. I'll keep you up to date with that. Anybody else who's joined the show today? Links down below. Do not worry about that TikTok link. I am not on TikTok anymore. I got to take that link out of there once I get things situated and all. But yeah, if you guys want to follow them on Twitch, Kick, Instagram, Discord, whatever, links are down below if you guys see them. If you guys want to follow, awesome. You guys are amazing. And to anybody who's watching live on Rumble, on Kick, on Twitch, and of course on YouTube, thank you guys so much for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Listen to me rant on for 3.5 hours. Keep up to date with us on social media. Keep up to date with us on YouTube on when the next stream is going to be, whether it's going to be a gameplay stream, whether it's going to be a video. Am I going to be live to play any games? Yes, I will. I'm not sure what I'm going to play this weekend, but whatever it is, I will definitely let you guys know in Discord, YouTube, Twitch, everywhere. I will let you guys know what it's going to be. So thank you once again, guys, for joining today. I'm going to close this out. And until, goddamn cat. And until next time, guys, stay tuned in.
What we do here is go back.